Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, today we're going to be ranking waifus, which is probably one of the most degenerate things I could possibly pick to stream about. We'll start in just a moment. I had to eat. I realized I did all the preparation for stream, and then I realized I didn't eat. Which happens quite often. Yeah, I was intending to start at 6, but this one required a lot of preparation. So I split the difference and started at 6:30, and then ended up taking half an hour anyway, so we pretty much started at the time I normally start these, but from now on I will be starting at 6 on Thursdays. 6 p.m. EST, I should say. Okay. All right, are we ready? I think we might be. One more second. Hey, you're over there today instead of there, and that works. Today we're going to be ranking waifus. Now, these are not all of the waifus that exist. Obviously, that would take years. That would be a year-long stream, and I can't do that. This is also not any ones from shows I have not seen, which does narrow it down quite a bit because I haven't seen that much anime compared to most people. Well, compared to people that watch anime, I guess. So, yeah, it will be some of the more popular ones, but also there will be some that will be missing, I'm sure, that some of you would have wanted to see, and you know, I'm sorry, I haven't watched every anime in the world. So we're going to be ranking the ones I know about. Also, I'm not going to be ranking any children. That's just weird. But if she's a vampire and she's 300 years old, it's all right. No, it's not. No, I won't be doing that either. If there's any minors in this list that I didn't realize were, and I look at them and I realize mid-stream, they will be gone. They will not be rated. I'm sure there is one exception to that though, Megumin. I have to rate her because I'm rating all the other main characters from that show. I feel like it would be kind of a weird thing to not rate her. Also, this feels weird to rank. Wait, I read the title and now I want to leave. Yes. Well, I wrote the title and then I wanted to leave as well. So we're in this together. The reason I wanted to do this is not because I particularly wanted to, per se, but because I was thinking, okay, there were two things. Number one, I have an addiction right now, and it's a bad one. It's an addiction to a Discord bot that some people may know of. You got a nice crib? Thanks, Kiwi. Yeah, this is where I live. It's a pretty nice place, I would say. Not as nice as, some streamers, but it gets the job done. Oh shit. Anyway, so we're there's a bot on Discord called Mudai, and a lot of people probably already know of it. And you can roll for waifus in it, and it's been my obsession. So with that constantly being in my thoughts these past few weeks, yes, that goes without saying. The stream is about respecting women. That goes without exception. Even if they're 2D, I respect the hell out of them. Right? Does that work? Does that pass, Queen? Does that... I think that passed. So... Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Kiwi. Thank you. Fuck! That was too loud. I thought it wouldn't be that loud. I thought it would have already gone through. I realized the alert box was disabled. And then I enabled it, and it immediately went through with the follow. Thanks, Kiwi. So anyway, yeah. So number one for my reason of doing this stream is that damn Discord bot that's been in my thoughts. I have to get it out there and say something about it. Yeah, I have to rank these freaking 2D women. Okay, I have to do it, and it's a respectful ranking. Okay, right? Because they're all great. They're all fantastic. I would never say otherwise. The other thing is, the other reason for doing this is because I was trying to I liked the Star Wars game tier list that I did. Obviously, that one was probably more wholesome than this one's going to be, but can you refund bet? I'm not... No, you can't. You can't. It's an admin thing. Admins can do it, but no. No, if you could, I would have done it already with my gold badge. You can... Believe me on that. Wrong chat. I thought you were gonna... Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, the rolls. Oh my god, I was waiting for the rolls. I was thinking about this. If I could integrate Mudai into my Twitch chat, I feel like I would get a lot more viewers, just saying. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, so I wanted to do another tier list is my second reason for doing the stream, and I couldn't think of anything else other than this. Well, I could think of a few things, but they wouldn't be as good as this. So here, let's switch to... What up, Stan? I think you and I are going to agree on a lot of these rankings, seeing as how we seem to have the same taste for a lot of things. All right, let's switch to what we got here. This is a scuffed thing. I had to crop out the sides. It looks terrible. I'm not going to lie, it looks terrible. Let me fix that real quick. We shall see. Yes, indeed. Also, hey, Kek. How's it going? Kakyoin, your name reminds me of Kikira. It just occurred to me. And that makes me like you even more. Okay, wait. The background. I guess we'll add that. I don't... That's... Oh, no, I added it to wrong... Bro. Base tier list, use melon scale. We'll get into the melon scale, okay? We'll get into that, I think. I think that will come up. How do I make this background look better? Like, there's got to be a way to add something on the sides here. Maybe a color. What if we do that? What if we add a little bit of a gradient? Would that be epic? Interesting tier list, Cat. Well, I just started, Umo. I just started. Okay? Also, don't say it. You're gonna say it. No. Well, this time your flesh tuber is making a list of 2D women. So isn't that... Does that satisfy you? I think that should satisfy you. What color would look good? I don't know. Maybe a little blue. All right. That looks like garbage. That looks like garbage. I'm not an art person. Nazo or Appy would have me beat in this category. Just adds more questions. True, Emma. Am I real or not? Okay. So, let's just use this garbage blue background. We'll go with it for now, and let's start. We have a lot to get through. Okay, we have a lot. We have so much that, in fact, these are stacked on each other. These are more, more women, and yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot. Okay, I don't even know if I'm gonna get through them all, but we're gonna try our best. We're gonna start. Is everything is good, right? You can see everything. You can hear everything. Great. Let's begin with, I don't know, Amelia, because she's first on the list, and I am going to rate her S right away, because I don't know, Amelia. Okay, first of all, it should go without with context that I love ReZero. ReZero is one of my favorite animes of all time, if not the favorite of all time. So pretty much any character from ReZero I'm going to rate pretty highly. But Amelia is good because she has an actual arc. Unlike most waifus, she has an actual character growth and change, and she's like a real person. She has like real flaws and stuff that she has to get over. I think it's great. I think she's great. Should I say more about each one? If I say more about each one, we're never going to get through it. I will say, if you only watch ReZero Season 1, Amelia is probably like B tier. She might be A tier, but probably B tier. But after Season 2, S tier easily. Reason for that is her arc changes in Season 2. So, okay. Kagome from Inuyasha. A lot of people watched this show growing up. I watched it a bit later, so I was still kind of in the phase of like long form anime are kind of boring. But then I got into the Inuyasha. I thought it was all right. Not because my ex wanted me to dress up like a ReZero character. Stop bringing back these things I've tried to bury. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't know that. Wait, which ReZero character? Anyway? I bet it was Rem. I bet you anything it was Rem. Blue-haired maid. I bet that was it. I would be surprised if it. Yup. Okay, dude. So that tells me. Yeah, that tells me a few things. But anyway, Rem is overrated. I'll say that right now. Rem is going to be surprising. When we get to Rem, it's going to be surprising to you where I place her. Okay. But Kagome from Inuyasha is pretty good, actually. For a show, basically a kid's show where characters don't really change ever. They don't really grow or change. They're just static children's characters. So I guess I'll put Kagome. Also, for those who just joined, if I pull out a minor from this list, fucking tell me right away. I'll delete it. I'll delete it right away. I don't want to rank any of those. Also, all of this list is women. Okay, I was gonna put some men in, but no, we don't have time. There's too many. Okay, so Kagome. And I think someone's fact check that. I don't think Rem is. Oh, well, yeah, technically she is. Okay, yeah, I should preface. I should clarify. Anyone that's below 14, tell me, because technically I think in Japan it's fucking. I don't fucking know. Yeah, so a lot of these characters are like 16. Whatever. That's fine. It's fucking. I don't know what to do. If I took out all that were below 18, this list would be like 3 characters. That's anime. Fucking anime. Yeah, the age of consent is 13 years old. They are sus. I agree. I'm an American. I agree. However, for this, I need to be Japanese. Okay, I need to be a Japanese mindset. Okay, Kagome is. I would put her at a B. She's not great. She's not terrible. Actually, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. She's right in the middle of the pack. That's right. So she's mid. She's not amazing. She's not terrible. The only problem I have with her is that she constantly basically abuses Inuyasha for some reason. So, yeah, but she's a very cool character. And, yes, we'll go on to a show that's not talked about enough, in my opinion, Blue Exorcist. This show will never get another anime season, which sucks, because the manga was amazing and continued to be amazing, and the author is still writing it. This is one of the worst characters, though. I'm going to put her at a C. Because she's... it's Shura... What's her name? Shura something or other. She's the teacher, or she starts off as one of the teachers, and she is an exorcist, and her entire character design is a bit, it's a bit melon, if you know what I mean. It's melons, okay? So, but the problem is she's a good character actually, but she's also in comparison to some of these others, she's C tier, because a lot of her art is just sus. But Blue Exorcist is a great show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. It's kind of hard to watch anime only. I actually recommend reading the manga, to be honest, because the show, season 1 goes through the entire manga and then like diverges halfway through and has its own ending, because the author said, just make up your own ending, guys. And they did, and it sucked. And then they made season 2, which continues from the point where they diverged in season 1. It's really weird and confusing, but manga's good. Okay, so Wiz from Konosuba. Wiz from Konosuba's shopkeep. She's a lich. She's got melons. So I would say that is, she's B tier. She's on Kagome's level. She's not great or terrible, but she's OP. She's super OP. So that, yeah, she's on spot. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Okay, I should explain a little bit of my reasoning before I like super get into it. So S, to me, I'm rating more based on character than I am on melons. Now, melons do help the rating, obviously. Like Shura would have been D tier if not for the melons. So it does affect it. All things are considered. I am considering, physicality as well as character trait, as well as quality of the show that they are in as well. I think that goes without saying. So anyone that gets to A tier, you know damn well they have a good like character to them. If they get to S tier, you know they have a good arc. Like that's a damn good show and a damn good arc. B tier is where a lot of them will land, I suspect. But that's good scaling then. Okay, while we're on Konosuba, Darkness is better than Wiz. Is definitely better than Wiz, but she's kind of B tier though. But I gotta put her at A tier for now because Darkness is great. Darkness is really hot, and also yeah, she wants. Well, the whole gimmick with Darkness is that she's for those who haven't seen Konosuba, is that she's a masochist. So she just, in like, they kind of meme it up. They play it up a lot, and it leads to a lot of funny jokes. At first, you're like, "What the hell? This is kind of awkward, and I don't want to watch this." But it gets pretty good. They pull up some funny jokes with it. And Darkness herself as a character is very, like, when she's actually herself, she's a very noble, charismatic, like strong knight type character. Noble, like she's actually a nobility, and then she's a knight as well. So she's actually a very strong character when she gets going. But a lot of her things are just down to the joke of her being a masochist. But both are funny. Darkness is great. Echidna from ReZero. Oh shit, I forgot. This is a stack. I could keep pulling from this. Oh god. Okay, Echidna from ReZero is gonna be A tier for me, baby, because she's a villain. She's clearly very evil, but she's upfront about that, and she says, "By the way, I'm like an evil magic user, so you might want to watch out for that. By the way, I'm trying to kill you, so you might want to watch out for that." Like everything she does is very honest. She's good. She's very interesting to listen to, and all of her dialogue in ReZero, she's from ReZero, is amazing. And also there's a picture of her in a schoolgirl uniform. Can I pull that up? Which they clearly did just so that people would talk about it. And here I am talking about it. There she is. There she is, a kid in schoolgirl uniform. She appears in that, context-wise, in one of the visions or dreams that the main character has, and he's like, "Why you look really nice in that schoolgirl uniform?" She's like, "Yeah, I pulled it from your memory. I knew you'd like it." So she literally is trying to be the top tier waifu so that she can manipulate the main character, which is awesome. Okay. Aqua from Konosuba. Aqua from Konosuba, easily S tier, goes without a doubt S tier. There's actually, it's funny that these two are next to each other because there's a bunch of illustrations of them cosplaying as each other. Because the authors are actually friends in real life of ReZero and Konosuba. Aqua is great. She's funny. She's dumb. She's like, she thinks she's all that, but she also isn't. I think Aqua should be A tier. Oh, really? Who would you put? So you, I'll ask you more about that in a second. Aqua is, in my opinion, the best character of Konosuba, other than Kazuma himself, and there's no men on this list. So, Aqua is very funny. I think her and Kazuma have the best interactions because they both hate each other, but they also are both friends. It's great. Also, she's the only character in Konosuba, because I've read the books, or I've read a lot of the Konosuba books. I've read a lot farther than the anime goes, and she is the only one that is never hinted at to be in any kind of, like, love relationship with Kazuma. Like, they are never going to be attracted to each other, ever, and that's hilarious to me. Megumin is clearly like a minor. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. She's 14. She's 14 and soon to be 15, as she said in one of the books. S tier. Don't judge me. She explosion. She uses explosion. She blows stuff up. It's funny. I don't like her for any reason. Okay. Anyway, so Stan, where would you put Megumin? Would you put her S tier and Aqua A tier, or would you put them both A tier? Because that's what I'm curious about there. Because in my mind, Aqua is way better than Megumin. I'm putting Megumin A tier. Well, no, I'm putting in Megumin S tier. Fuck, dude. Okay, well, this is the problem with rating waifus, is that sometimes the ratings don't really encompass everything. I would put Megumin at, like, A+, if there was one. Oh, really? You hate her? Bro, that's... Okay, wow. We diverge very much there. A+, yeah, A+, I agree. We'll put her there. Because here's the thing. In the books, she's written... I like her in the anime too, but in the books, her dialogue is written like she speaks like a very intelligent, like, big words, like, weird sentence structure, like, very, like, weird way of talking. And she's the only character in the books that does that, because she's clearly trying to talk like that to be like her Chunibyo personality, like her, like, I don't know. It's funny. I think it's fun to read. I think she's great. But clearly, she's a minor, so let's move on. Okay, anyway, heard she was well written. Yeah. She's well written in the books for sure. I kind of get a little bit of a different vibe from her in the books than I do from the anime, just saying. Like, a slightly different vibe. I feel like she's a little more... Her intelligence comes through a lot more in the books, making her stand apart. Also, the author is canon shipping her with Kazuma in the book, so kind of weird, champ, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, Ferris Nyan Nyan is her name, I think, from Steins Gate. She's a cat-made girl. She's funny, but I'm gonna put her in B tier. She's not, like, amazing or anything. She's just kind of mid, but she's really funny. She apparently is really good at some kind of board game in the show. Or the visual novel or whatever it is, and she is, like, top in the country for that game or something. I don't know. She's a gamer. She's a cat. Made. What more can you ask for? By the way, I will say this right now. This is a hot take. I don't think cat girls are that great. Which is weird coming from me, because cat meta, you know, cat brand. I love cats. I should do a tier list for anime cats, actually. Holy crap. That would be... I'm going to do that next. But anyway, as idea for next stream. But anyway, Ferris is a cat girl, which is a totally different brand of things. I feel like cat girls are overhyped. I think cat girls are cool. They can be cute. But imagine in real life, that would be fucking horrifying. So I guess... they only work in anime. Speaking of cat girls, or cat guys in this case, Ferris, how did he get on this list? That is a man. That is clearly a man. I have to put... Ferris is a great character, but he's a guy. I'm gonna put him A tier. What am I doing? Oh, Megaman, get out of the way. Ferris is an awesome character. You gotta do what you gotta do. Exactly. Ferris is he's a healer. He's a knight. He's a very nice trap that I like. Okay. Not in any sexual way. Okay. Suzuha Amane from Steins Gate. We're getting into Steins Gate here a little bit. Suzuha is, I think, probably a minor as well. Well, she's like 16. Astolfo is not on the list. Astolfo is not on the list. I made sure. I double checked it twice. If he appears, I'm ending the stream. So Suzuha is very good, but I'm gonna put her at B because she is one of the better characters of Steins Gate. She is very driven. She traveled back in time to save everybody, and she does it like twice or something. There's a lot that happens in that show, but regardless, she's great. She's good. Suzuha is A. I thought about putting Suzuha A actually. I'll put her B plus. I'll split the difference because I think Suzuha is really good. I think just in comparison to characters like, oh well, actually Darkness. She's definitely on par with Darkness, dude. Suzuha is A. Suzuha is A, dude. Okay, Suzuha is an A. There you go. I learned something new. So yeah, she does everything. She basically like mains the story for a while. She's the only reason like a lot of things happen in Steins Gate because she put in the effort and traveled back through time. Mayuri is amazing. Mayuri is great. She's a little annoying at times, but I would put her at B plus. I will put her at B plus because Mayuri she's hidden by. I'll put her at B plus because she is she's a very nice, caring individual that is only looking out for her friends all the time and really has never done anything wrong. But she's kind of, oh, actually, I forgot about a major thing. Later I think at the end of Steins Gate, it kind of reveals that she wasn't in fact clueless. She was just pretending to be. So I gotta put her at A tier, dude. I keep changing my ratings, but that's part of the experience, and that's part of the journey. So, yeah, because Stan said she's clueless. She comes across that way, but I don't think she is. I think it's revealed that she kind of knows what's going on. But yeah, I mean, she's great. I think she was good in Steins Gate 0 as well, which is the next season, but that season sucks, so I don't advise watching it. But she was great in it. I don't know. Take with that recommendation what you will from. This is another trap, actually. Okay. Well, actually, no. In one of the world lines in Steins Gate, Ruka is a girl, so I'm judging that one. I'm judging the girl one. Right? Yes. Okay. Ruka is C tier. Ruka is C tier. Ruka is great, but she isn't. Oh no, the music ended. We need something new. Let's get to this. Ruka is a very good character and has a lot going on. Yeah, the parents ate more fruit. That's what it was. No, it was. Yeah, it was something like that. It was like vegetables or meat or something. It was so dumb. I loved it though, and it kind of revealed what her character truly was, and I like it. I like Ruka's story, but I will not rate him or her that high because in comparison to others, I can't do it. Winry Rockbell from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't like Full Metal Alchemist. I like Brotherhood. Winry Rockbell will be she'll be a C tier because I mean she's a good character, but it's not like she's in the show enough to justify rating her any higher. She's very much a side character, but she is Edward Elric's flame, and she fixes his automail and stuff. So she's competent. I like her. Alice. I had to think about it a second for who that was. Alice Synthesis 30 is who this is from SAO. Okay, D tier. She's such an obvious clone of Saber. It's unbelievable. She's also voiced, I think, by Darkness's voice actor, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of cool. And probably the only reason I'm rating her even D. Otherwise, she would go straight to the trash can, F tier, baby. But no, she's okay. So that I don't want to spoil Sao. Do I want to spoil Sao? Do I care? Does anybody care? I guess she's like a split personality off from Alice Zuberg, who was... Okay, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say then. I didn't know you were here, Wes. Sorry. She is not great, I will say. She's very much a play at trying to copy a Saber type thing. I think the author was just trying to... Probably just watched Fate and was like, hey, I want one of those. I mean, she would be great if you hadn't watched any other anime in your entire life. But as it is, she's not great. Lifa from SAO. Remember her? She's Kirito's sister. Which, by the way, means that it's incest, and she's F tier. Goodbye. Stay there, Lifa. You literally don't deserve to be any higher than F tier. She is... the only thing she has going for her is melons, okay? As Queen would say, is melons. That's it. That's all she's got. She's a nice sister, but also a little too nice, if you know what I mean? Okay. Ilya from Fate. That is definitely a minor. How did she get in here? She's a... No. There's a reason that this is okay, and I don't want to spoil as to why, but it's... That doesn't make it okay. Fuck. Okay. Ilya is A tier. Ilya's A tier. Because, you'll... I mean, have you seen her? She's great. Basically, she's used in a lot of the routes to be that character that everybody loves, and she pulls it off because she's amazing. Like, nobody can hate Ilya. She's the greatest. Also, she's a good villain, which I know those two don't really mesh together very well, but Fate's a crazy place where a lot of things happen. But Ilya is fantastic. Also, in Heaven's Feel at the very end, she does something that makes her character the best character in the entire thing. Okay. Next we have Sakura. Let's go to another Fate character. This is Fate Stay Night, by the way, which is a visual novel that includes Fate Stay Night, Ultimate Blade Works, Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel. Those are all different animes. It's very confusing, but they're all the same story, kind of. Sakura is by far the lowest. I would put her at C. She's better than Alice, who has no personality whatsoever, because Sakura at least has some problem that she has to get through, and that's the entire point of her arc, is that she needs help. And I wouldn't rate a... From what I heard, the different routes of Fate were as follows. The first route is Saber. Saber is a girl that you can grow with, that you are both at the same point in life and you can grow together. Second arc is Rin Tosaka, who... Rin Tosaka is far above. She's already completed her arc, and she's somebody that can guide you as kind of a mentor. Sakura is third route, who is way below you. It needs help, needs a lot of help, somebody you can take care of. So each of the Fate routes symbolize a different form of relationship in that way. Sakura being one that you have to take care of, I'm not attracted to that at all, personally. I don't feel like high maintenance would be a thing that I'd want to deal with. So Sakura would be a C for me. For others, she may be higher. I don't know. Also, she does some other stuff that I don't want to mention because it's all spoilery, but just know that maybe she should be lower than that. Anyway, Lucy Heartfilia from Fairy Tail is absolutely great. We're coming into the melons thing. This picture doesn't show them off very well, but she definitely has them, and they change sizes throughout the show. It's very strange. I will say that Lucy is a very cool character because she narrates a lot of the things through which most of the show of Fairy Tail is experienced. But I'm going to put her at C because I don't like the combat in it. Yes, I agree. Because of a relationship with a lot. Yes, I agree with... Okay, a lot of people just said true things. True. A lot of truers in chat right now. Cox said Fairy Tail is good, but I don't like the combat in it. I completely agree. I think I think if you're in Fairy Tail for the combat, though, you should be in a different show, because Fairy Tail is not about the combat; it's more about the comedy and the Ghost Ishii 05. Fairy Tail isn't that good. IMO. I was just gonna get into that. I think Fairy Tail is good because of the comedy in it. That's what attracted me to it. The comedy and the fact that that all the characters are... There's a lot of redemption, I guess. There are a lot of redemption arcs, and everybody is generally good at the end. But if you don't like feel-good, friendship-winning animes, like, it's not going to be good. Like, if you're looking for an anime that's actually intelligent, Fairy Tail is not it, dude. If you're looking for an anime that actually has good fights, Fairy Tail is not it. If you're looking for an anime that has actually deep characters, Fairy Tail is not it. So I completely understand where people are coming from when they don't like Fairy Tail. It's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. I don't want to call it a guilty pleasure because there's nothing really wrong with it, but it's kind of that vibe of like, it's a good show, but I could accept that it has a lot of flaws. But Lucy's a C because of, again, what Stan said, her relationship with Natsu. Natsu is amazing, so that brings her up. I think the relationship is really cute. Fairy Tail's magic is really cool, but the combat is trash. Agreed. Yeah, the magic spells are actually freaking sick. They have a lot of good abilities in it. It's just that in the end, the combat amounts to power of friendship, we win. I mean, that's what it is, which I personally love seeing. I wouldn't love seeing it in all animes, but I love seeing it in Fairy Tail. I guess let's stay on the Fairy Tail vein for now. We have Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. She is probably gonna be a B tier for me, which may surprise a lot of people because I actually do think she's a really great character, but I don't think she's actually, no, I gotta put her at A because of the gags with her liking cake and packing a lot of things, and a lot of the quirks she has are really funny. Her armor is the best part. Yeah, easily. Urza's great, and all of her fights are pretty much, you can tell the author put a lot more time into those than in a lot of the rest of the fights. Because the author, it's very clear, the author has a preference towards Urza and making Urza cool as hell. And I'm here for it. Urza's sweet. Knights are cool. I've already rated Darkness high. I'm not going to put Urza lower than Darkness. There's no way I'd do that. Let's get off of Fairy Tail for a second. I'm tired of talking about that. Yuri from Doki Doki Literature. Wait a second. Wait, what? What? I put her in, but I didn't put Natsuki. Well, Natsuki's a minor. Never mind. But I also didn't put Monica in. I also didn't put Sayuri in. Why did I only put Yuri from Doki Doki in? That doesn't make any damn sense, but I'm going to put her at C. If you've played the game, you'll know why I did that. I will say I liked her while it was just us reading together. I think reading is freaking sick and epic, and she's cool. Also, she has melons. Okay, moving on. Yui. This is a minor for sure. What is this doing here? Hold on. Let me delete this. Let me delete this right now. Goodbye. Sorry. That was awkward. Now, Yui is voiced by Lisa, by the way. The person who made, the SAO main OPs and EDs. Yeah, that Lisa. So just know that Yui has an amazing singing voice, but she's very young. So I don't know why she was there. Okay. Mai Sakurajima, I think is what her name is. I've watched this anime once, and I really only paid attention to the first 3 episodes where this character was in. So I'm going to rate her B. I'm going to rate her C. Fuck. Haku? Wait. Who's Haku? Do I have Haku in here? I don't even know who that is. What show? Wait. What just happened? Something weird just happened to my OBS. Hold on a second. Also, tell me who Haku is. I might not know. What the hell? Okay, I have a visual bug with OBS now. It's very strange. Am I allowed to show this? Yeah, I can show it. This is what my OBS looks like right now. Oh, wait. What? It fixed itself. It fixed itself as I dragged it across screens. What the fuck? Everything was very scrunched and squished. You have to believe me. I'm not going insane. It was real. Okay. Anyway. My Sakura is going to be a C. Damn it. Damn it, she's going to be a C, and that's not a very good rating, I know, because I actually think she's good, but I don't remember that anime that well. I don't know why I put her in here, because I barely remember the anime. I remember liking the episode she was in, though, so I think she was actually very good. Oh, Haku is someone from Naruto, one of the first antagonists face. Oh, sorry, man. I haven't watched Naruto. That's not going to be on the list. I apologize. Yeah, I haven't. I actually will go through real quick the amount of shows I haven't watched, and I think you're all going to collectively sigh and judge me. I haven't seen Naruto. I haven't seen Pokemon. I haven't seen One Piece. I haven't seen Dragon Ball. I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't seen... Yeah, those are the main ones, right? Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody, that I just offended. It's not that I haven't watched them because I don't like them. Obviously, it's just I never watched anime as a kid, and so I never watched any of the long form shows growing up, like Pokemon or any of that. And I never, it's hard to get me into a long form anime. The longest anime I've ever watched is Fairy Tail, and that's like 330 episodes or something like that. Like One Piece, you get into One Piece territory, you're asking a bit much. But I'm planning on watching them at some point. So, or Digimon is another one I haven't watched. So. Yeah, sorry, everybody. Those aren't going to be on the list. I know they should be. I know a lot of people would probably be interested in that, but mostly just read One Piece. That's a good idea. That's wise, actually. To read manga for those, that's wise. Because otherwise you're in there for a long time. Manga you can kind of speed through, which is good. But my Sakurajima C, I might be doing it a disservice because I don't remember her that well, but I do think she was the best character from that show. Okay. Misa Amane from Death Note. Everybody knows this chick. Everybody knows her. I'm gonna rate her as a B because she's absolutely a great character. She's insane, clearly, but she's so unique from like an anime waifu standpoint, because Death Note is very much not a waifu show. Like Death Note is a very serious, dark, grim show, and whenever Misa comes in, it's like just this happy-go-lucky gag anime, and it's like, what is happening? Like even the way she's animated, she like teleports when other characters are all like moving like normal people, and she's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that she's even in the show at all. So B. Waiting for the movie to come to US studios. Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, any anime movie, you always have to wait like an additional year or two for it to come to US. It's crazy, dude. I was waiting for SAO Progressive for like what felt like 5 years, but it wasn't that long, but it felt like it. And then I finally watched the movie and it sucked ass some. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Okay, Risa Hawkeye from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. She is incredible. She is a marksman and she is an A tier. She's also voiced. Funny that these are next to each other. We didn't plan that at all. In the dub, both are the same voice actor. So they're very similar in ways because they are both born fighters, and it's great. Film Red is going to be in theaters on November. Came out on July 6th. That's not that long of a... Well, that is a long wait. Yeah, that's like a year and a half. Damn. Holy shit. Okay. I need to show you guys this. This is something that was just sent to me in Discord. Or I was tagged in Discord, rather. This is horrific, actually. This is horrific. Those are her, yes. Those are what those are. Anime has gone too far. Anime... There's such a thing as too big. That's all I'll say. All right. Let's go to... Wait, the wait for it is only 4 months? Oh, I thought you meant last year. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that's quick as hell. Damn. I thought you meant last year because I was so used to movies taking so long. I guess they are becoming quicker because anime is more popular in the West now. It's easier to get light novels now, by the way, than it was before, which is very nice, but they're still slow to translate. Please, people, buy more light novels, please. support the actual source material for the anime. Okay, Shiami. I don't remember her last name. Shiami from Blue Exorcist. That show that I was talking about before that not enough people have seen or supported, and it died. It died. The manga is ongoing. The anime will never be renewed. Shiami is... Oh, God. Shiami is B tier. Shiami is mid-pack. I would say she's very good because she is, like, very nice. She's always trying to help everybody. She's a sweet girl, and she's the main protagonist love interest. So she's good, but she's not great. So B tier for that. Izumo Kamiki, I think, is her name. She is also from Blue Exorcist. She's also B tier because she is kind of the C tier. I can't rate her above Shiami. Shiami is better than Izumo by far, but Izumo is she uses familiars, which are like little fox demon things, and she fights with them, and she's really cool. She's actually really badass, but yeah, and I forget what her arc was actually. Yeah, it's been so long since I've read that manga. I forget what was going on with her. I don't really remember. But she was pretty well put together compared to Shiami, who had a lot of things to get over, so I like her. I must have put this character on the list for myself. I didn't remember doing this. This is such a minor character from Fairy Tail. Melody is how she's pronounced in the dub, but her name is spelled Meredy in Japanese, so I don't know what it is. But Melody is a great character. She's for me personally, she is A tier. I know everybody's gonna be like, the fuck? Who is that? Why? Oh, I forgot about the cat girl from Fairy Tail. Well, I'll have to. Holy! Why is that so loud? Wait. Let me turn that down. Hold on. Thank you for the follow. Whoever just followed. I need to. Oh, Ghost. Thank you for the follow. Let me turn that down. Fuck. Oh my! I thought that was just. Okay. Actually, it's kind of comedic that it scares me, though. I guess I could leave it. But no, it has to be a little quieter. It's so insanely loud. I thought I put it to a good volume finally, but apparently not. Okay, it's a little bit quieter now. All right. Okay. So, a lot of people are confused because Melody is a very minor character. She follows Ultier around a lot. Ultier's not on here either, I just realized. Dude, what the hell am I doing? Let me grab those real quick. Ultier Milikovic. From Fairy Tail. Also, for the record, I'm missing a lot from Fairy Tail because if I were to rate every waifu from Fairy Tail, that would be the entire stream. I could just make that an entire stream. There's no way I have time for that. And the cat girl's name is Millie, right? What's her full name? If you can get me her full name, Kakuin, I'll add her because she definitely deserves to be on it. But okay, let's get Ultier in here so we can rate her fairly. She's large. Okay. All right. Here's Ultier. She is a very well. Okay. Photoshop is not letting me have her, but there she is. She is a time traveler type of thing. Miliana, that was it. Okay. Ultier is basically a one of the most powerful wizards in the entire show because she can affect time. And she also saves a bunch of the characters' lives at one point. Also, she has huge mommy milkers, so that will put her in a little bit of a B tier. A little bit of a B tier. Why would I put her there after talking her up so much? I don't know, but I think that's what she has to go as, because Meredy, to me, is above Ultier, believe it or not. Even though Ultier has more screen time and is kind of the main character, Meredy comes in at the end, dude. Oh my god, she comes in at the end and saves everybody's life. She's so OP and so good, and and also, she was always kind of cool. In my mind, I always thought she was really cool, and I think she deserved more screen time, so that's why she's here, so I can bring attention to the amazingness that is Melody or Meredy. I still can't find Miliana. What the hell? Let me get a picture of her from online. I can't find her in Mudaibot, guys. I know she's there, but I can't find her. I was trying to take them all from Move Die Bot because that's the standard aspect ratio. So then they can all be the same size. Okay. Here's Miliana, who is a cat girl from Fairy Tail. She's absolutely great. She's glorious, actually. She she is a loose. Wait, what? Urza's old friend. That's what it was. Urza's old friend, and she is not the strongest wizard, but not the weakest either. She generally uses these like little whip things and claws, and I think she's cool. I will put her at B though, because as before mentioned, her being a cat girl doesn't make me like immediately fall in love with her, but she is a good character. She definitely deserves to be on this list. I would definitely put her way above like even Lucy. Hell, it's just like, yeah, that's deserved. That's a good ranking then. Old tier and Miliana B tier, Meredy A tier. Let's get out of Fairy Tail for a second. We're spending too much time. Ymir. Here we go to Attack on Titan, probably the least waifuable anime of all time, but we're gonna go to it anyway. Is my head getting cut off? No, it isn't. I thought it was. Okay, Ymir from Attack on Titan. Wow. I don't. It's actually. I mean, a lot of people like her, I think, but she also got completely like effed over by the author. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I was thinking of it. I was thinking of putting her at D tier. I am D tier. I wasn't a big fan of Ymir. I think Ymir was kind of mean most of the time, and that was her reason for being in the show was that she was mean, and that was kind of like when you understand her backstory, like you understand why she would have been that way. But holy shit, I also think she was a little bit of a mislead for reasons that I don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't seen Attack on Titan. But she was a bit of a mislead, and it was freaking awesome. Okay. Sasha Browse from Attack on Titan. This is Potato Girl. Everybody knows her. Everybody loves her. She's an A tier because she is. She likes potatoes. What can I say? By the way, Rat Princess, have you seen like any of the anime that I'm talking about? Are you out of the loop or are you in the loop? I don't know. I don't know if you're. I don't know what you. Potatoes. You add the E when it's plural, my friend. But yeah, I've only seen Attack on Titan. Oh, well, fair enough. We're in your territory now then, because Sasha Browse is easily A. Even the way the author wrote it, you clearly can see that he intended her to be a very good, likable character. Because first she's comedy relief. Then she becomes a little bit more when she has her arc where she like actually like shoots the Titan with a bow and arrow and stuff like that and saves somebody. Like she's great, and I will say no more because I really don't want to spoil later seasons, but it's very clear from what happens later that the author did view her as one of the best characters. Yeah. What is this? Get out of here. How do I delete this? Okay. Next we have. Wait, do we have more Attack on Titan in here somewhere, but I can't find them. We'll find them later. So here we have Kino, which is one that maybe a lot of people won't be familiar with, but Kino's journey. Kino is the main protagonist. It is a she, though it looks like a guy. That is part of the story, is that he is kind of trying to... well, it's not about gender fluidity or whatever. That's not what I meant to say. But the show is about her kind of taking on the persona of a traveler, becoming a traveler. Because at the beginning of the show, or not at the beginning of the show is not told in chronological order, but there are moments in the show where it shows her as a kid, and she always refers to herself with the female pronoun in Japanese, the female I. But later on, she refers to herself with the male I, or the, because she's switching or whatever, but because she's trying to find her identity, trying to find who she wants to be, and who she wants to be is a traveler, and And yeah, that's it. I don't know how to describe it too much because Kino's Journey is a very philosophical show with a lot of kind of unanswered questions. But I would put Kino at a B. Kino is a great character. Not like, should I put her at A? She's a B plus. She's a B plus actually, because Kino is very competent. If you watch the show, she knows pretty much everything about the ins and outs of traveling. You get to see her grow through some of the earlier parts of her life, but then by the time we see her for most of the show, she's very competent. She like knows how to survive in the wilderness. She knows how to navigate. She knows all these ins and outs of traveling, and she also is very quick with guns. She has 2 guns, a woodsman and whatever the fuck the other one's called. I was gonna say it like I knew what they were. Woodsman and cannon. That's what it was. And they're very very cool guns and very cool character. And she's always prepared and very respectable. Swindler. Why the heck is Swindler on here? I literally don't even feel like rating Swindler. So I might have put Swindler on here just to talk about Akudama Drive, which I will do so now. Akudama Drive is a show that not enough people know about. If you haven't watched Akudama Drive, watch it now. However, and I'm not recommending you pirate, but Akudama Drive is best watched uncensored, and all the legal copies are censored. The only copies that are uncensored are Blu-ray versions, which are illegally obtained. So do what you will with that information. Just know that watching it censored is kind of a half experience, and also it cuts out parts from the final episode if you watch the censored version. So anyway, Akudama Drive is a great show. It's basically a what can I describe it as? It's I think the show creators described it as Reservoir Dogs, right? Is that a movie that is right there? I think it is. It's basically a movie about a bunch of criminals that actually are portrayed as kind of good because they have some good qualities to them. It's that type of show. It's a bunch of criminals coming together, doing cool shit, being cool. Swindler is a normal person. She is the only one that's not a criminal. And that's the idea, is that she's a normal girl thrown into this world. So I'm going to rate her at a B. She's really smart, but she's also way out of her depth when it comes to the rest of the characters in the show, and that's kind of part of the joy of watching it, is that she doesn't know what the hell's going on, but she's going with it anyway, and by the end of the show, she has become like a literal hero to everybody. I guess I'll put her at A for that. No, I can't. She's B. Rating her overall, B. If I were to rate her from the end of the show, she would be A, though, because she grows a lot. I'm running out of space here, I realize. Can we clear some of this? Let's try to fix this a little bit here. You know what characters I've already rated, so I should have made more space. Okay. Ares from Fairy Tail. Why did I put her in here? She's a celestial spirit. There's not much of note about her. I'm gonna rate her C. No, I'm gonna rate her D. I'm gonna rate her C. I'm gonna rate her D plus. She doesn't really do anything. I mean, she's cool, but she's not like, she doesn't really have much of a character. So we're just gonna move on. Aquarius is awesome. She sacrificed her. I'm not gonna say anything. She did a cool thing. She's okay. I'll say it. It's Fairy Tail. She sacrificed herself for Lucy, and she is a great mom to Lucy. C though, not a little above Aries because at least she has a personality, but no, she's still Aquarius. All right, Shinon from SAO. Shinon is awesome. She uses a sniper rifle. Sniper rifle's freaking cool. It's called like the Hecate something, and she's freaking rad. But and in the book, by the way, the SAO books are the way to experience the story. If you want to actually, I don't even know if I mean, SAO is not a deep show, okay? It's not a deep story. There's not much to it. But in the books, there is a little bit more depth than we get in the anime, because there's actually, like, reasonings behind what Kirito does and reasonings behind what other characters do. And a lot of the Gun Gale arc is written from Shinon's perspective in the book, which is super tight. And I'm going to put her at B, because she is a very interesting character in the book. Not so much in the anime, but she is still cool in the anime, and that's worth something. Also, the anime likes to have a lot of ass shots of her, so there you go. Oh, here we get to my first real... Okay, Albedo. Albedo from Overlord. A lot of people love Albedo from Overlord, and gee whiz, I wonder why. She's F tier. She's going to the trash. Goodbye. Goodbye, Albedo. You belong there with Sugaha. You're not as bad as Sugaha, but you're still pretty bad. Albedo is, to sum it up, her personality is boobs, and she likes the main character. She's also very cringe, so that's why I'm putting her there. I don't know if a lot of people agree with me on that. They probably don't, but that's definitely where I'm gonna put her. Violet Evergarden is Violet Evergarden is amazing. If you haven't seen Violet Evergarden, watch it. It's such a good show. There's so much going on with it. The art is incredible alone. Like, even if you don't like the story, the artwork, oh my god. Bring her up here. Violet Evergarden is I would say she's kind of a Mary Sue, because she can do anything. She can fight, she can write, she can take flight. Literally, she does that. I don't know why all those rhymed, but there you go. I'm gonna put her at A, because Violet Evergarden is great. She's a great character. She would even be at S if she wasn't like if she was older, I guess. I don't know what my criteria are at this point. But Violet Evergarden is a very wholesome individual, very cool, very pretty, and very hardworking, and I love it. Also, her sense of... Well, she doesn't have a sense of humor. That's kind of the point. She just says what she means, and that is the humor of the show, is that she just kind of, like, says stuff, like, without emotion, and takes people by surprise. They're like, I didn't know you would say that, but you did. Anji Zoe from Attack on Titan. Scout leader and obsessed with Titans. I will put her at a solid B, because she is mid-pack. She is really cool, really funny, but like, if I were to compare her to a lot of the other female leads from Attack on Titan, she is below them, certainly, but she is very competent and a good strategist, and she's doing her best, and I love it. She's also kind of creepy. Mikasa, I called her Mikasa. I've been influenced by the Attack on Titan dub. I'm so sorry. Mikasa. Mikasa is A tier. Mikasa is an amazing character. She has a lot going on. She has even more going on in the manga, to be honest. But she's the main love interest, if there were such a thing in Attack on Titan. But she's also like super badass. She is literally genetically made to be fucking awesome. So I'm gonna put her very high up there. If Levi were here, he would be up there right along with her, because Ackermans are freaking cool. Moeka from Steins Gate is a kind of nothing character, D tier. She does very little other than be a villain, and she also has no personality whatsoever. However, I guess that is sort of the point of her arc, is that she feels empty, so she is empty, but also she's lame. I can't rate her higher than D. There's no reason to. Kurisu Makise from Steins Gate, I will put her at a solid A. Kurisu is great. Kurisu is intelligent. She's the main love interest of the main lead in the canon ending, anyway. And she is her banter with Okabe is very funny. They say a lot of like great one-liners to each other, and I love the fact that Okabe calls her like Zombie and Christina and like other stuff, making fun of her name, and it's absolutely great. She's also kind of the main point of the show when you get down to it, besides Okabe. I mean, she's the main reason that Okabe grows, I guess you could say. So I have to rate her high. Also, I am running out of juice, so I will be right back. I will be like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Yo, what up? I'm back. I got myself a body armor. I needed some kind of drink. And we're good to go. We're good to get into it. All right, so here it's time to talk about preferences. This is Krista Lenz from Attack on Titan, also known as Astoria. She is I don't want to say too much because Attack on Titan's just a show I don't want to spoil for anyone that hasn't seen it, but she's my preferences personally are that short girls are absolutely incredible. So she's gonna go pretty high up for me. She's gonna go at an A because yeah, she's great. I guess in terms of character, she has a lot of drive as well. She has a lot of drive to make her to prove herself, and I think that's cool. I think pairing her with Ymir was a weird choice, but I guess she needed that tough love, I guess, from Ymir to like propel her into being a better character. So yeah, that's where she's at. Speaking of short girl, Shaltir from Overlord is another one of my favorites. She's gonna go at A because again, she's short, and if you don't agree with that, you're just wrong. Short girls are greater than anybody else. Okay. But Shaltir is also a vampire. She's also horribly evil. But this is a scene from one of my favorite scenes that she's in, where one of the greatest swordsmen in the entire kingdom tries to attack her, and she uses her pinky fingernail to repel him, and she's yawning as she does it because she doesn't matter. This guy does not matter, and she is just so far above everybody else. And there's a later scene where that guy attempts and tries his hardest to fight her again because he's gone through this whole character arc and growth and change, and he tries again, and he tries smashing at her pinky fingernail, and she's still doing the same thing, and she's like, you haven't gotten any better, nothing's changed about you at all. And he's like, no, it has changed, because I was specifically aiming for that point on your fingernail this time. And she looks at it, and there's a chip in her fingernail, and she's like, the hell, man? And he runs off like giddy and happy that he was able to even land a scratch on this like ultimate being. And it's just so good. It's just so good. And Shaltir is great as well. Okay, now we get down to that's a minor. Yeah, that's a minor. Goodbye. Wait. Technically, by the end of the show. All right. Eris from Konosuba is a goddess, and she is well known as being like the goddess of that world that they're in, and she like everybody loves her. Everybody loves Eris. Aqua wants everybody to love her as much as everybody loves Eris, but Aqua will never attain that. Eris is just better. I'm gonna rate Eris at A. To me, I guess she is still below Aqua. Isn't that weird? Isn't that awkward, I guess, after what I just said? But that's what it's got to be, because Eris is basically the ultimate nice goddess, and like she's just loved by everybody. There's even a scene in the book where she comes down at one point, and everybody like goes up and greets her, and she just basically like it's like a fan club, like she just signs their autographs or whatever, I think, and they're all just like, Eris, it's Eris, we love Eris. I mean, Eris is just like the waifu, really, if you want to get into it. If you want to get into it super hard, she would probably be the waifu in Konosuba as a whole. She'd probably be the only one that's actually decent. But like the nature of this list is characters that I personally think are great, and I think Aqua is way funnier than Eris. Apparently, funniness has a value in the rankings, boys. I didn't know. I guess that's part of what I'm using. Next, we have Raftalia from Rising of the Shield Hero, right? I think that's what she's from. Oh god, I don't even know. I'm not even sure if that's what she's from. Raftalia. Yeah, Rising of the Shield Hero. She does absolutely nothing, so D. I don't care. Rising of the Shield Hero is such a nothing anime so far. I've watched the first season. I joined it, I'm already leaving. What, Drew? Do you not like all these waifus being rated? Is that somehow offensive to you? I knew if you joined, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm fucking out, dude." That's fine. It's just something I was like, all right, I'll do it because it's something to rank, and it's something I could think of to rank. However, in hindsight, I may have actually picked way too many to do in a reasonable time frame. But we're making pretty good progress anyway. But yeah, you may not have a lot of interest in this, Drew. I don't know. But I rated Raphtalia D because Rising of the Shield Hero is lame and nothing happens and she has no personality whatsoever, so I do not care. On that subject of no personality and not caring, Lizana. The only reason I picked this picture is because Mira Jane is in it, the part that matters. Lizana is useless. Lizana is D. Wait, no, actually Lizana is F. I forgot that I had an F tier. Yes, Lizana goes down there with the worst of the worst. Lizana is completely pointless. I don't know why she's in the show. I know why she was in the show originally, to provide context for the other characters, to have some reason for them to have some tragic backstory. But then when the author revives her in episode 50 and she's just alive again, it's like, huh? Well, what? Why is she here? What's the point? I don't know. And next we get to Jujutsu Kaisen, Kasumi Miwa. I will put at a solid B tier because I think she is really cool. She is literally a normal girl. I think a lot of people judge her and call her useless because in comparison to the other characters in the show who are all like these god tier like freaking magic users or whatever the hell, Kasumi does nothing at all. But I mean, that's what's cool about her. I don't really like the other characters that much, but Kasumi left an impression on me because she was this normal girl who's trying to be on par with these other like powerhouses. I think that in itself is worthy of, note. I think that's cool. I don't think she'll live, but I think that's cool. Next we have Piekfinger. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't even know. Piek? It's like a German name, like all Attack on Titan names. She's she's a great character. I don't want to say who she is, but she's a great character for sure. I'm gonna put her at. Nah, I gotta put her at C. She's not as great of a character as some of the others, but she is definitely a cool lady. But I don't know how much I can say without spoiling a lot of stuff. But I guess the one thing that's funny about her is she's kind of creepy because she crawls on all fours a lot of the time because of her. Never mind, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Just know that she's cool, and by the end of the show, you'll like her. So next we have Lisbeth from SAO, the Smith, literally meaningless character. Until the latest SAO season where she actually has this amazing speech that she does that like to all the other gamers, I guess, or whatever the hell. Which, by the way, in SAO, they have these large like meetings with a bunch of gamers that just like people actually listen to the speaker. I feel like that's not how gamers work. I feel like if you put like 30 or so gamers in the confined space, they'll all just be talking and doing different things. They won't be listening to the speaker, but apparently in SAO they listen, which is kind of interesting. But gamer meetings, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. It's a little unrealistic, but it's SAO. I don't know. Lisbeth, her speech is absolutely great. Like her speech actually sums up the entire point that the author's been trying to make, though poorly, with the SAO series, and it was super cool to watch. But unrealistic. Yeah, true. I'm gonna put her at C because she's not like the worst of the worst. Well, she's not the worst of the worst, or the personality list of the personality list, but she is still bad. She still doesn't do a whole lot. The only good part about her is literally the smithing thing. I think it's cool, and then also the speech that she makes towards the end. But that's too little, too late. You can't revive a dead character with one speech at the end of your series. I don't actually know. I don't know her first name, but Iwasawa. This is Iwasawa from Angel Beats. The reason she's on here is because she's one of my personal favorites. She does because Angel Beats is basically music. It's basically to sell music, and Iwasawa is A tier easily. Iwasawa is like my personal, like, freaking love her songs. Her songs are so good. Obviously, it's not her, it's the voice actress, but I freaking love the songs. And I love her character in the show because she's the first one to realize, basically, Angel Beats is about a bunch of kids in purgatory that don't know they're in purgatory, but then eventually they realize it, and then they slowly learn that they all have to move on and come to terms with what they didn't come to terms with in their life so that they can move on to the next one. And Iwasawa is the first one to realize what she was missing, and she's the first one to disappear and move on. And she moves on in such a nice, peaceful way right at the end of her song. And if you watch the animation, she's actually playing the right chords on the guitar. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah. She also does this thing, her voice actress does this thing where when she sings songs, it sounds like she's actually like straining her voice a lot, which has got to be painful, but it pays off in how emotional it feels when she sings, so it's very nice. Kohaku from, I almost said Steins Gate. Dr. Stone, yeah. Kohaku from Dr. Stone, I mean, she's cool. I don't know, C tier. She doesn't really have a whole lot going on. Dr. Stone is a great show, though. I'd recommend watching Dr. Stone. Don't watch it for waifus, though, because you're not going to find many there. But Dr. Stone itself is a great show about basically like what would happen if all of humanity was reset to the Stone Age, but you still had the knowledge that we have now. You still have the knowledge that we have now, but you were reset to the Stone Age. That's the premise. So it's a lot of like learning how to do sciencey things with like mundane materials that you could pick up on the wildlife and stuff like that. It's neat. Speaking of Angel Beats, Yuri, don't know her last name. Yuri, I think it's Nakamura, maybe. But Yuri from from Angel Beats is a great character. She uses P90s to destroy a bunch of computers. I mean, what more do you want? I'm gonna put her at B, because I actually really like her. I think she's cool. They also do a lot of baiting in the anime, making you think she's actually the villain, but she's not. She's just a little bit of a creepy vibe. She kind of has plans within plans, so to speak, but she's great. Colin I don't know her last name. Colin Stoltzfield or something? Felt? She's from Code Geass. Code Geass is a... Nobody's going to like that I'm going to say this. Nobody's going to like this. I don't like Code Geass. I don't think it was very good. I think that Code Geass is kind of a... It tries to be an intellectual show, but it's kind of just a dumb show, to be honest. Particularly because there's one part of the show where they're playing chess, and literally he just moves his king up to the end of the board to stand in front of the other king and says checkmate. But I'm like, no, that wouldn't be checkmate. That would be a draw. Like, what do you mean? What? So, I don't know. It was kind of a bad... I don't know. Colin, I would put it C, though, because she at least has... two parts of her that I like. And now, what else? What else? We have some big ones here. Let's finish off Angel Beats, actually. This is Kanade Tachibana, who is definitely a minor. I should not be rating her. In fact, I'm not going to rate I'm not going to rate her. Goodbye. If I were to rate her, though, she would be at like a B, because she's all right. But, not my favorite. So, Cece from Code Geass as well. Cece eats pizza, which makes sense, because Cece's Pizza is a restaurant chain. She's absolutely... for the memes, I'm going to put her at... I'll put her alongside Colin. Actually, I'll put her... no, dude. I'll put Cece at D. I'll put Cece at D+. Yeah, Cece's at D+, because Colin I like better. Or Colleen, or whatever. But Cece is great for the memes that she has of her eating pizza. I think that's freaking hilarious. But also, if that's the only thing she has going for her, like, what's the point? I don't know. I was kind of confused, honestly. Did anybody else feel this way when they were watching Code Geass, that you were like watching it and you were like halfway through maybe, and you just thought to yourself, why is Cece in this show? Like, what is she actually doing? What is her character? What is her purpose to being in the show? Maybe I missed something, but to me it seemed like she was just kind of thrown in there to be a random plot device to give the main character powers. And beyond that, she really didn't do a whole lot. But I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Because I think she's pretty highly liked. I just don't know why. and kind of the same with Colin, really. I mean, all of the characters in Code Geass are kind of random. Because a lot of the events in Code Geass feel kind of random. It feels kind of like stuff just sort of happens. And the main characters just kind of roll with it. And there's not really a whole lot of, like... I don't know. There's not a whole lot of, like, characters planning things, I guess. Other than Lelouch, the main character, obviously. But even his plans are kind of like... Oh, well, I got lucky there. Oh, that's cool. I don't know. Code Geass is a weird show. I don't really know what to think of it. I was entertained by it. I will say that. I didn't like... I think the show is not good, but I was entertained. Okay. Let's can we select multiple? Yeah. Let's bring them up. All right, so we're getting to oop, too far. Getting down to the last few here actually. We've made really good progress. Fortuna, Mother Fortuna. Not actually sure why she's on there because I'm gonna rate her a D. She's Amelia's mom. Actually, no, I'll rate her a C. She's Amelia's... No, she's not Amelia's mom. Sorry. She's Amelia's adoptive mom. And she says, I love you a lot to Amelia. Like, a lot. Like, so much to the point where I was kind of tired of it. I don't know. I know her purpose was to be, like, a good mom in the show, but, damn, she talked too much. which is it's really something coming from me because I liked ReZero a lot. I think everything ReZero does is pretty much flawless, but that was hard to watch because it just was so much extended scenes of her comforting Amelia and Amelia crying and Fortuna saying, it's all right, honey, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, I get it. I saw that the first 3 times you did it. I don't need to see it 6 times. I get it. Let's go to Cruciate Karsten, also from ReZero. Cruciate is amazing. I'm going to put her at a solid A because Cruciate is essentially the... Where'd she go? I think she's been buried, but I had Urza here. She's essentially the Urza of ReZero. She's like this noble knight, and she like has this sword that can cut from any distance. Or I think it's called the sword without regard to distance or something like that. But it's really, she's really cool, and she's like probably the one personally. If I were in charge of the election in ReZero to elect the next queen or whatever, I would vote for her because I think she's the most competent of all the candidates. I think she has the most pure intentions, and I think she's ready to go to war. All right, so now we have Virgo from Fairy Tail. Virgo is essentially she's also a masochist, just like Darkness, but she's kind of a funnier, light-hearted masochist, I guess you could say. Like, she'll pop in when Lucy summons her and say, like, hi, princess, I would like to be punished today, please. And everything she says is very matter-of-fact and with no emotion. She doesn't ever add any emotion to her voice. And sometimes she'll appear in, like one time I think she appeared in a bikini, and they were like, why are you like that? Why are you dressed like that? And Virgo was like, fan service, man. Like, she's so funny. She's so meta. She's A. Braced Cruciate enjoyer? Hell yeah, my man. Sark, do you like Cruciate? I fucking love Cruciate. Cruciate's great. But yeah, Virgo's also very up there because just she's so funny and she's so fourth wall breaking with the way she says things. She's literally just in the show to like be a meme, and I love it. The show also uses her when they can't figure out how to get out of a place. They just summon Virgo, and she just like digs a hole So, I mean, she's also a plot device to just get them out of any situation, which is great. Frederica Bauman is also from ReZero. I freaking love ReZero. Okay, I'll reiterate that for any people that just arrived or didn't hear me the first time, but ReZero is my favorite anime. I will put Frederica at a solid C+. She's at a C+ because she's really good. She's a good maid. She's doing what she can, and she's also a very good fighter because she can transform into like a half beast type of thing. I think her beast design is a little lame personally, but she's really cool, and I don't think compared to a lot of other ReZero characters she's cool, which is why I'm putting her at C+. But Frederica is definitely a notable character, and not just because she has big chompers. What the fuck? I didn't know I had the Witch of Envy on this list. I forgot. The Witch of Envy from ReZero. I think she's gonna kill me if I don't rate her S. Yeah, Witch of Envy is S tier, everybody. She's pretty good. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, anyway, Arcuid Brunstead from Tsukihime. I personally, I watched the Tsukihime anime, and it's absolute trash. Like, it's a total waste of time. I ended up watching it at like 5 times the speed toward the end. I don't know what on earth the adaptation was doing, but apparently the visual novel that it came from is really good. It's the same creator as Fate, by the way, so you can see the influence on... because Arcuid came before Saber and Rin, but you can see that Saber and Tosaka's designs are kind of in Arcuid a little bit. I think Arcuid looks kind of plain, to be honest. Like, it's not... I don't know. A lot of the Tsukihime characters are kind of very plain designs, which I thought was a little weird. From what I know about her, I gotta put her at a D, because she doesn't really... The anime adaptation was trash. I think I'm rating her very poorly based on that, and I apologize to anybody who may have read the visual novel. Maybe she's super cool, I don't know. But right now she's gotta go D, because she really doesn't do a whole lot. It was interesting seeing where Fate drew a lot of its... where the author drew a lot of his inspirations for Fate stuff from Tsukihime, but it was still like, I don't know what to think about that one. I really got to read the visual novel sometime for that, I think. And there's 2, which is even more confusing, because there was a remake, and then there was the original. So I feel like I'd have to play the original, hopefully without the hentai scenes, because there are. I think you can patch those out though. And then the remake apparently is like better, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Tsukihime is a whole can of worms that I don't really know a lot about. Next we get to Teresia van Estrella. She is presumably the mother of Reinhardt van Estrella, who is an absolute G. So we're going to put Teresia at a solid B. No, actually we're going to put her at a solid A, because Teresia is freaking cool, dude. I want to know more about her. I bought a side novel, or a side story from ReZero that apparently is gonna star her as a main character, and I'm super hyped for that, to read that, because Teresia interested me a lot. She was freaking sweet. She's basically the top swordswoman in the entire kingdom, and she's badass. She beat Wilhelm in his earlier days, so I imagine, and Wilhelm's a freaking badass too, but maybe he only became so afterwards. I don't know, but Teresia's cool. Okay, now we have... we can't have a waifu tier list without, one of the first waifus that everybody knows about. Asuna. I mean, everybody knows Asuna. And everybody probably called her Asuna when they first watched it, because nobody knew Japanese at that point. Nobody knew Japanese pronunciation. But Asuna is clearly, I can't put Asuna any lower than S tier. It's Asuna, bro. Not like that she's actually a in a lot of her portrayals, she's kind of just portrayed as like, oh, I have the freaking cooking skill and I'm a swordswoman. I don't know, which is pretty shallow, admittedly, but there's a lot more to her going on, and I think the new SAO Progressive movie showcased that in a good way. And the author has always had Asuna have a lot going on in the books. Like, she's pretty sick. She has this whole thing where she, but yeah, and then that one Mother's Rosario arc, that's where she really came into like an actual character for me, because it showed how she was like kind of suppressed by her mom and thinking like she didn't have a lot of options in life, and she had to like constantly like grind and study and everything, and that's all she had in life, and there was nothing else. And she learned finally that there was more to life than that, and she actually like I mean, she didn't give up on studying, obviously, but she kind of went against her mom a bit and was like, well, no, I want to do other stuff too. I want to do stuff with my life that other than like what you want me to do. So I thought that shit was really cool. Asuna's really cool. Easily S tier. Chika Fujiwara. Chika Fujiwara from Love is War. The most popular anime now, for some reason. Everybody freaking loves this anime. I think it's great too, but I wouldn't rate it like above many other things that I've seen, but sure. I mean, she's still S tier. Ishigami, best girl. Agreed on that, dude. Oh my god, agreed. If I put men on this list, like that would be up there for sure. Ishigami is great. I've actually, okay, admittedly, I've only seen the first season of Love is War so far. The reason being, I want to watch more so bad, you have no idea. But I'm watching it with other people, and you know how that goes. Nobody's ever all on at the same time, so yeah. Well, Ishigami, I think, you know, is paired with Chika, so I'm getting that vibe. So I think I'm pretty happy with that, because Chika is literally custom built to be like the ideal waifu. Like, she has everything. So Ishigami only gets better. Then you have much to look forward to. I'm very happy to hear that. I want to see more Ishigami. I mean, obviously it's the gag that he's hardly ever in there and in the room, and he's like really shy and he never says anything. Like, that's the point. But in the first season, I was just left with like, well, I want to see more of this guy. Hate it when they killed Han Solo. Me too. Me too, man. I hate how he dies in every animated work. It's crazy. Chika Fujiwara is great. But the thing is, I feel kind of dirty putting Chika Fujiwara at S rank, and here's why. Because I think that the way Love is War is done, it's obviously using a lot of tropes and memes, and that's like the point of the show, and I love it for that. But clearly, Chika Fujiwara has everything that makes a top-tier waifu intentionally. Like, not only is she like ditzy, not only is she like Mimi, not only does she like rap and like have a bunch of weird like over animated dances and stuff like that, she also has large tits. There's just so much about her that is just custom built to be like, wow, you love this girl, you will love this girl. Do you love Chika yet? Do you love her yet? Like, yes I do, but I hate that you so clearly want me to, that it almost feels like I shouldn't, just to be a hipster. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way. I might be just out of my damn mind. But I just feel like she's so, like, she's such a, like, there's a difference between making a good character and making a character, like, likable in that way, and, like, specifically manufacturing a character with all these check marks that are just, like, this is the character, okay? I don't know. That's my feeling anyway. But she's still S tier. I can't... Just because she's manufactured to love doesn't mean that I don't like her. Okay, so... all right. We're getting down to the last few here. Well, let's go another S rank, actually, because Saber is easily S. Everybody loves Saber. And Saber is right up there. Fate is something well, I guess I've known about Fate for about a year now, but where is this Astolfo? I don't know Astolfo is the thing. I didn't put any characters on here that I didn't super know. So I couldn't realistically put Astolfo on here because I wouldn't even know where to put him, her, it. But no, Saber. I recently got into Fate, is what I'm saying, compared to probably other people. But I read the entire visual novel. That's 80 hours worth of reading, and during that, I fell in love with Saber. I fell in love with Tosika. Where is Tosika? Get her up here. Where is she? Tosika, there you are. Let's get her up there alongside Saber, because they're both S rank to me, baby. I can't choose between them. I think I alternate. I think I technically like Tosika better sometimes, but then sometimes Saber. I don't know. But I feel so cringe saying that, by the way. But Tosika and Saber are both great characters. They both have a lot going for them, and they're just... I mean... Tosika is this girl that's already completed her entire character arc before she's even in the show. So she's already like this badass, like she knows everything, she's helping the main character. And then Saber is this girl that has a lot to learn, but she's also like noble as heck. Like when she, basically Darkness, where is Darkness? Did she get, I think she got buried. I think Darkness got buried somewhere. But Darkness is essentially a parody of Saber. She is, Saber is the original one, and Darkness is attempting to, yes, here we go. Darkness is clearly a parody of Saber. Now that I look at it even closer, yeah. I mean, look at that. Darkness is meant to be like just as noble as Saber, but then with this flaw of being noble, but being a masochist secretly, because she's like so noble and so self-giving that she also like kind of like is turned on by being self-giving, I guess. Whereas Saber is the same way. She's noble and too self-giving. That's represented as a flaw in the story, is that she's too giving of herself. And that's part of the moral that she has to grow from. That's the entire point of Fate, is that you can't always give yourself fully to others, because then they wouldn't want, not only would they not want you to sacrifice all your needs for them because they care about you too, but also because if you always put others' needs above yourself, you will never be happy. And that's counterintuitive, sort of, and I disagree with it in a way, but also I don't. So that's what Fate's saying, and that's what it is. So let's go to... We got a lot more Fate and ReZero characters, I'm noticing. Let's go to this one. Iris. A lot of people might not know Iris, actually. Iris is from Konosuba, but she hasn't been animated yet. Iris is also definitely a minor, so the fact that I'm even rating her at all is crazy, and also breaking the rules, and also don't report me. Okay, Iris is gonna be a tier. Oops, she is below everybody else. She's gonna be an A tier. Because Iris is, what can I say? She's the princess of the kingdom, is her major thing. And she's basically little sister of Kazuma. I mean, Kazuma jokingly refers to her as his little sister type, is the funny part. And it's like, because that was the only trope in Konosuba that they still needed, so they added her in as that little sister trope. And she's freaking hilarious. I think Iris is probably the most put together character in the entirety of the show, because she's just a normal girl. And she's also kind of like, Kazuma's kind of cool. I mean, he kind of lets me live my life a little differently than the confines of the being a princess would let me. So, she's cool. In the book, she has this thing where, essentially, she meets Kazuma, and she's like above him or whatever, because she's princess of the entire thing, and he's a nobody, right? But then Kazuma tries to like get her to play like board games or whatever he was trying to do, like do stupid shit around the castle while he's staying there, and she ends up like going along with it and then realizing like, hey, this guy's a lot of fun. Like, we're just kind of having fun. And she actually like calls him big bro at one point, and then Kazuma's like, say that again. And she's like, never mind. But yeah, she's great. She's absolutely great. She's like the most wholesome that Konosuba comes to, in a way. So let's get these fake characters out of the way here. Caster is D tier. Yeah, let's go. Caster is so in the actual visual novel, Caster never really has much character development beyond you just knowing that she was betrayed in her past life and that sucks, but also she did a lot of bad things. But the thing is, in the anime, they added some scenes to try to like flesh her out a little bit more. But those scenes are stupid and unnecessary, and I did not like them. And they tried to make you sympathize with her too much, even though she is a villain. She is not. So you can sympathize with villains. That's cool in anime to do that. But the way they did it with Caster is they had her Caster does some horrible things. And they try to play it off like, oh, well, she had a bad life, so it's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. Caster is a villain, and she's evil. I don't really want to hear much else about that. Ryder, on the other hand, kind of is done right. Is done right compared to Caster, because I will put Ryder at a B, because Ryder is freaking cool. She's also the main part of the third route. So you'll see her a lot in Heaven's Feel, and she is pretty sick. She's also, her true identity is awesome as well. So when you see that, you'll know. And, yeah, I can't say much without spoiling a whole ton of stuff, so I'm not even gonna. I just think Ryder is cool. Mary Jane from Fairy Tail. I picked one of the most sus picks, but it's also one of my favorites for obvious reasons. Mary Jane is an A tier, baby. She's an A tier because she does. Actually, she might be an S. She's an A plus. She's an A plus tier. So Mira Jane is kind of, I guess, in a way, she's also kind of like Chika Fujiwara, in that she's kind of manufactured to be the best, but by the author, I mean. But she's great. She's like super nice to everybody, but she's also a badass warrior, and she can turn into like demons and stuff. So but she's also like taking care of everybody in the guild in it's Fairy Tail, by the way. She's taking care of everyone in the guild, and she's like feeding them. So she's like being a mom to everybody, but she's also like she's also a sister to her family, obviously, and then also she's like one of the strongest wizards in the entire show. So she has everything going for her. Also, she's a pinup model in a magazine, so there's that too. She has literally everything going for her. And okay, here we get to what the hell? Oh, I put this character on here because I like the song that plays when she fucking dies. Kana Kinashima. She's from Parasite. She's the only character from Parasite I have on here because she's the only character from Parasite that I remember, other than Migi, the hand. I mean, she's D tier. I don't know. I mean, she's cool. I like her headphones. I love her design. And the song that plays is absolutely amazing. It's what is it called? Actually, Next to You. Next to You is the song. Look it up and listen to it right now. I can't play it on stream because I get copyright struck, but Next to You is a Parasite OST. It's a really good song. So I'm gonna put her, pretty high up there. What am I talking about? I'm not gonna put her high up there. I'm gonna put her song high up there. If I were to rate the song, I would put her put the song at S tier. But her, I'm gonna put at D. I'm gonna put her at C tier. I'm gonna put her at D tier. And put her at D plus. Okay. Beatrice from ReZero. Beatrice. It's okay to rank her, guys, because she's a spirit, so she doesn't have an age, okay? Well, she's at least 400 years old. We know that. But I'm gonna put her at a solid A because she's really cool. I feel like that's what I've said about every waifu as explanation for putting them anywhere. They're really cool. But I mean, Beatrice has this speech thing that she does, this verbal tick that she does, where she'll end every sentence with "I suppose." which is really funny in Japanese because it's Kashida. So she'll be talking. She has this voice where she's like very matter of fact, but also like sarcastic kind of. So she'll be like something Subaru Kashida, or Kashida. I don't know. I obviously can't imitate it. I'm not a woman or Japanese, but I freaking love the way it sounds. The way she ends sentences is so funny, and the way she her entire character growth through season 2 is one of my favorite parts of season 2. So she is easily A tier. She might even grow to be S tier later on. We'll see. We shall see. She always does everything to help everybody out, even though she's given up herself. Is her how I can describe her. So yeah. Let's finish off ReZero here. Rom. We have Rom here. Rom is gonna be a solid A as well. Actually, I'll put her at S. I'll put Rom at S, dude. No, I'll put her at A plus. Yeah, Rom's an A plus for sure because she's. I would rate Rom way above Rem, for the record, for anybody who's wondering. Rom is really sarcastic and like a tsundere, basically, because whenever anybody calls her out on actually liking somebody, she'll be like, okay, dude. And then she'll like insult them. And that's just kind of her self-defense mechanism. And I absolutely love her. And she really comes into her own at the end of the second season. And she, I don't know, you can't help but love her because she's just so cool. You may not understand her. I certainly don't. I don't understand her motivations for, or the reasons for what she does, I guess. Not the reasons for what she does. I'm saying that wrong. I don't understand her preferences. I'll put it that way. But she is awesome. There's no denying that. She doesn't have a horn like her sister Rem does, so she's technically not as powerful, but in order to compensate for that, she learned a bunch of spells that she uses her wand for, and she has wind magic, and she's probably, in my opinion, more powerful than Rem, even though she doesn't appear to be so at first. Like, Rem is crazy cool. And I think she's one of the more interesting characters of ReZero for sure. I just realized Rem isn't on here. Rem... I can't do a rating without Rem. The hell? That's crazy. Let me grab Rem real quick. Just add her in here. Wow, she's a bit larger than I thought. Okay. Right there. Also, who's Rem? I was gonna make that joke. That's why she's not here. Oh my gosh, that's why she's not here, because I swear, by the way, I did put her in here, but literally her existence got deleted, just like in the... Never mind. Man, you're about to make me watch ReZero for like the 20th time. Really? Wait, really? Shark, are you a ReZero enjoyer? I didn't realize this. ReZero is... I've watched ReZero, yeah, easily like 13 times, probably. I've watched season 1 like easily 15. Season 2 I probably watched like 10-ish, maybe 8. But I freaking love season 2 too. I love them all, and I've watched them subbed and dubbed, and they're both great. I've just never seen a show that does as much right as ReZero, and I've also never seen a show that has as good of a sub and dub as ReZero. Like, they're both so uniquely good that it's worth watching the show twice. Not only to pick up on stuff you missed the first time, but just to watch the way the dub versus the sub is interpreted, and it's so good. And also, like, following along with the dub, the voice actor for Subaru in the dub is really heartwarming, because he's, like, super into his job, and he always talks about how, like, man, last episode recording, I really nailed that scream, like, I did it in one take, and, like, everybody was impressed, and I was, and, like, I don't know, like, it just, hearing him talking about it, it's so wholesome to hear, like, a English dub basically putting in as much effort as Japanese dub, which is pretty unheard of in most cases, is that, like, Japanese subs are generally better than dubs. I'll say it, because Japanese voice actors are held to a lot higher standards than American voice actors are. But in this case, I think the English voice actors for ReZero are putting in just as much, if not more, effort than the Japanese VAs for ReZero. So that's got a lot going for it. And also just the story of ReZero, man. The amount of morals and characters and arcs and stuff going on all at the same time, so much that you can hardly keep track of it all, is so good. I have all the ReZero books. I'm buying them all. I have like 15. I have like 19 right now. I'm gonna buy all 30 when they all get published. And there's more coming, obviously. So yeah, I'm so into it. I freaking love it. I haven't read the books yet, admittedly, but I plan to. That being all that being said, remember how I said that my rating of Rem might surprise you? Because to everybody in the entire universe, Rem is like S+ tier, okay? Including also, I can't hate Rem because she's the reason ReZero is still alive, probably, because she has probably sold about 99% of the merch from that show. People love Rem. I don't actually know why, but like compared to other characters, I don't know why she's just like the best. But and she, damn, okay, if I were to rate her for her scenes in which she's really good, in which she plays a solid part, and where her character really shines through, and her demon form and her like fighting and all that, I would rate her A tier, right below Ram, who is A+. But since so many of the side materials, like the games, as well as a lot of her parts in season 1, in the middle of season 1, where she's just talking about like, oh, Subaru's so cute. Oh, I freaking love Subaru. Oh God. She's got to be a B for me. Okay, I'll split the difference and say that because of the great aspects of her character, I'm going to put her at B+. Which I know is like, what? You rated Rem not S, you absolute monster. But I have to, because Rem is such a good character, but she's so not on par with Ram or Emilia even. Like, it's crazy how much people go crazy about Rem, but she's mid. Okay, I'll say it. Rem is a little above mid. I can't say she's mid, because Rem is like a very good person and a very good character. I think a lot of her character is ruined a little bit by how much the anime, I don't know if it was the author or the anime adaptation yet. I have to read the books to make sure, but whoever made the decision to make her so in love with Subaru that she didn't talk about anything else for a while was cringe. I did not like that. But the fact that she comforted Subaru when he needed it and had that 25-minute conversation with him in episode 18, holy shit, she's great. She's really, when she's good, she's really good. But when she's annoying, she's really annoying. So that's why she's got to be a B+. You're fucking right. You fucking hit the nail on the head, actually. I agree with that 100%. That makes a lot of sense. Brutally honest, the reason Rem is liked so much is that because unlike her, characters like Emilia actually judge Subaru for when he's really shitty. And people just want the unconditional type like Rem, right? Correct. And that is why Subaru cannot choose her. Because the entire point of ReZero is that Subaru is the viewer. Subaru is anime viewers at their worst. And best. But mostly worst. He sucks. He is not good at anything. He thinks he is, and he wants women. And he yeah, I mean, that's his starting point. And the way Rem is an unconditionally loving person is great. Unconditionally loving people are amazing. But Sark is right when he says that the reason people like Rem more than Emilia is because Emilia calls Subaru out on his shit. When he does something wrong, she calls him out on it, whereas Rem says, oh no, Subaru, you're great. Which is a great partner to have in life, but also kind of a bad partner to have in life at the same time, because you kind of want to be called out on your shit. if you're being a bad person, you want to be told it. I mean, you don't, but you should. So that's why Rem is B+, because from a story standpoint, you're meant to like her. You're meant to really like her, but you're also meant to see that she's not who would be the best for Subaru. She helps him, certainly. She helps him get out of his super depressed state, but she is definitely not the end waifu at all. Because it would only be a waifu that everybody... It would be the typical definition of waifu, is a girl that loves you no matter what. And, yeah. I don't want to talk any more about it. I could talk about ReZero for hours, but I don't want to get super serious about it, because obviously, like, I'm making a tier list for waifus right now. How hypocritical would it be for me to say you shouldn't like waifus? Like, what the fuck? So, but actually, on that topic, I'm gonna be making videos about ReZero soon. I will definitely be making videos about ReZero soon. I just need to figure out when I'm gonna do it. I need to make the time to do it. I need to stop talking about doing it and just do it. But I want to basically make I want to make anime reviews for things, because I think I'd be able to do that fairly well. But I also want to make one about ReZero, and I was thinking about like how I would actually do that, how I would actually make a full thing about ReZero in one video, and I realized it just isn't possible. There's way too much to say about ReZero to fit into one video, so it's probably going to be an entire series that I make. Hopefully. Oh, please, I need to be able to... if I figure out how I want to do it, I'll do it. I don't know, hopefully within the next... I'm going to say half year. It's not close at all. I need to do a few other things before I figure out exactly how I want to do it. But anyway, all right, we're down to the last 4 now, and they're kind of a little bit of a letdown after the ones I just reviewed. I'm going to be honest. They're not great. Taiga I forget her last name. Fujimara or Fujiwara. One of those two. But Taiga is she is the teacher from Fate, and she's just comedic relief. I mean, I'm going to put her at B+, because she's really funny. She's just for gags though, but she's also when it comes down to it, she's a good mentor as well. She actually does a good job of mentoring the main characters in the show. So she's very cool, but she's also that teacher that is like that always comes in late to class, and she's always unprepared, and she's like, whoa, what do I do? And like every scene she's animated in, she like kind of like breaks physics a little bit, because she'll like teleport around. She's kind of like Misa from Death Note, where they both kind of are just this comedic character thrown in to this like serious show to just kind of be a lighthearted thing. But yeah. Then we have Kagura from Fairy Tail, who I added in because I think Kagura goes right up with Urza in A tier. I think Kagura is really cool. Kagura and Urza are awesome. The show obviously knows it, because it makes a point of pairing them up so that they can fight together. Kagura is super cool. She's basically the Eastern version of Urza, whereas Urza's like the West. She's like the typical knight. Kagura is like the samurai, you know what I mean? And she's has a katana or whatever, and her ability is really cool. She can affect gravity basically, so she like uses that to fight. Really cool, really neat. Probably her fight scene in the Grand Magic Games is one of the best in the entire show, I would say, when she's introduced. And yeah, Kagura's the shit, man. Kikyo. Oh, we're left with 2 Inuyasha characters. Imagine that. We have Kikyo, the priestess from Inuyasha. She is the original Kagome. Kagome is a reincarnation of Kikyo, and they're all underneath. I need to bring her up. I need to bring her up above people, please. Kikyo is essentially a character that was dead at the beginning of the show, and then Inuyasha the thing about Inuyasha is that no character ever really dies. Even if they say they die, even if they show them die, even if the premise of the show is her being dead, so that the main character can be an reincarnation of her, they just bring her back anyway because Inuyasha does not give a fuck about like deaths of characters. They just bring them back. Kikyo literally, I think, dies again in the show and then comes back again. So who knows? But Kikyo is great. She's B tier though. B plus, I guess. Nah, B. She's above Kagome. She's above Kagome. I'm gonna put her at a little bit of a B plus there, because Kikyo is super powerful, super overpowered, and she is basically Kagome. Like Kagome learns from Kikyo without actually like saying as much. It is much apparent that Kagome learns a lot of her powers throughout the show from the things that Kikyo does. So Kikyo is very much a mentor without being a mentor, because they hate each other because they're both in competition over Inuyasha's affections, but that's a whole nother thing. Sango is probably the only Inuyasha character, or only Inuyasha waifu rather, that I'm going to rate in A, solid A. Sango is great. Sango is a demon killer, a demon hunter, or whatever they're called, and she basically her entire village that she comes from, their job is just to hunt demons, and she's super like overpowered. She has this cat not named Kilala there on her shoulder. Kilala is just the best cat in any anime. Kilala is I think a god or something. I don't know. She's very old. She's much older than any of the characters in the show, and she knows a lot, but she can't talk because she's a cat. So none of the characters know how overpowered Kilala is. But the fact that Sango is her master just makes her even cooler to me. So Sango is she uses this big freaking boomerang, and that's her weapon. And what is it called? Oh, it has such a good name. Sango's weapon. Hirkotsu. Yeah, it's freaking sick. Wait. Oh no, I'm cutting it off. This is... Oh, yeah. This is what it looks like. It's this huge thing. It's as tall as she is. And she throws it, and it, like, just destroys everything in its path. And I love it. And it returns to her. And, yeah, people have tried to make it in real life, apparently. I don't know how that would work. But, yeah, I mean, I love it. Inuyasha is such a campy show. It's so lame, but I love it. We're actually done. We actually did everything. We actually got all the waifus done in a reasonable amount of time. I didn't spend 3 hours on that. What? That's crazy. I guess it's because I only held myself to saying like a few words about each of them, but there's our list, boys. You can't even see all of it because there's way too many. I should have made them way smaller. Does anybody have any other ones that I missed? That's what I was gonna conclude with, is asking like, are there any others I should rank that I don't know of, or that I forgot about? Because I don't want to miss any. Okay, I don't want to miss any of anyone's favorite waifu. They need to be involved. There's only 3 in F too. That's pretty good. Although, to be honest, if I were to get Dragon Maid in here, they would all be in F. Just saying. I didn't like this show at all. But I guess because I said I wouldn't rate children, I wouldn't be able to rate a lot of the characters from Dragon Maid, right? Is what it is. Yeah, what am I missing here? I can't rate any of the characters from Erased because Erased is they're kids. So yeah, what else do we got? I can't really rate many JoJo characters because all JoJo characters are male. Like there's no way to do that with the rules I've set for myself. Oh, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, but I rated Hawkeye and Winry, so I think I got everything. Nichijou, they're all kids, so I don't want to rate that. But I would rate Mai above... No, I'd rate them all together, actually. They're all great. Can't pick between them. Assassination Classroom, again, all kids. Madoka Magica, again, all kids. Mob Psycho 100, again, all kids. Who else? SAO, I intentionally didn't rate what's-her-face because she's a child. So I rated Lizbeth, I rated Alice, I rated Asuna, I rated Shinon, and Sugaha. So I think I got them all there. One Punch. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. They don't get much development, but you're right about that. Because there's a few I would actually rate in there. One Punch. One Punch. What's the girl's name that's like number 2, you know what I mean? Tornado Girl? Tatsumaki? Yeah, her. She's sick. She's yeah. I'll put her in this for sure. Tatsumaki is badass. She's also huge. Holy shit. Yep. Mommy Fubuki. I'll put Fubuki in as well. The sisters. Those are all of them, right? There's not really any other women in the show, are there? Or am I mistaken? I mean, surely there are, but I think that's pretty much it when it comes to main ones. If I could rank men, Moomin Rider would be way the hell up there, dude. Are you kidding me? I love Moomin. Why does it import them so big compared to everything else? I must have made this very small and not realized. So, Tatsumaki is like... Tatsumaki I'm gonna put A tier, honestly. I know it's stupid. Compared to all these other ones with all their amazing backstories and everything, nah, B+. Tatsumaki is Moomin is best, yeah. Tatsumaki is up there because she obviously is pretty attractive, I would say. Also goes along with the preference thing I said at the beginning about liking short girls. So I'm kind of based there, or biased, whichever you want, really. Short girls best NA. And I think that Tatsumaki, the scene where she's introduced in the anime where she's just destroying somebody, and then she gets on the cell phone and talks while she's still destroying them. She's like, hold on a second, I'm talking right now. It's great. I love it. Tatsumaki is overpowered as hell, and she's great. Fubuki, on the other hand, I would put in probably C as of right now. Fubuki is really cool when she does appear in Season 2. I haven't read the manga, I will preface that. I think manga is probably the way to experience it now, because, well, unless Season 3 is really... Season 3, please be animated by Madhouse or somebody good. Please. Do not give this shit away to that shitty studio again. What were they called? It's some studio that all things go to die. What is it? One Punch Man Season 2 studio. JC Staff, right? JC Staff, yes. I remembered it right as I was looking up. JC Staff, dude. From what I can tell, JC Staff, because they also were given the Konosuba movie to animate, if you didn't know. But the only reason the Konosuba movie was even close to the Konosuba show was because pretty much all the staff from the animation studio for the Konosuba anime moved over temporarily to JC Staff to help them with the movie. Otherwise, that movie would have sucked. I guarantee it. JC Staff is like kind of that. Either they're flooded with too much work or something. It feels to me, with no knowledge on the subject and just kind of talking out of my ass, that JC Staff is basically that studio that's given an anime when other studios don't have time to animate them. So JC Staff kind of gets second helpings second, what would that even be called? Like they get the leftovers, I guess, and I don't know. It's a huge step down, dude. The problem, season 2 is awesome in terms of story. Like the manga is obviously still very good. Sloppy seconds. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Sloppy seconds. Yep. But season 2 felt like reading manga. That's where the animation was at for me. Is I was like, I may as well just read the manga because they're not moving at all. It's just a bunch of still images. And obviously the pacing was way faster because of that, which was cool. But man, I didn't like rush. I didn't like feeling like I was rushing through One Punch Man. I didn't like it. And I like to take time with each of the fights because that's kind of what the show is. So Fubuki will be a C+. She won't be a C because I think she's cool, actually. I think she has some potential to be cool. But from what I saw of her, I wasn't super impressed so far. But I think that the main thing is that she feels overshadowed by Tatsumaki, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read One Punch for sure. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's really cool because I love how it started as like such simplistic drawings, right? Like one was just drawn on napkins or whatever. Like that's so funny to me. Mob Psycho is also very good. The fact that we're getting... Okay, can we talk about the fact that we're getting Mob Psycho Season 3 and One Punch Season 3? Like, and they're both announced at the same time? That's fucking incredible. And also, Mob Psycho Season 3 will be the end. Will be the final. That's the thing I love about Mob Psycho, is that it has an ending. It's specifically 101 chapters. Get it? Because he went beyond 100. Get it? Broke the limit. It's 101 chapters, and that's it. That's the story. And Mob Psycho has so much like psychology and like character growth going on in it, whereas One Punch Man is more just fun, but like and doesn't have a definite ending. But like I love both of them. I love One's work. It's so good. But yeah, Fubuki will be a C+ as of now, which might piss some people off, but I can't. Obviously, Tatsumaki is actually, she's gonna be a C, not a C+. Tatsumaki is so good. Yeah, the only manga I've actually read is Blue Exorcist, which I definitely recommend reading. It's still ongoing, I think, though. And I get the feeling that the author kind of ran out of steam. But the parts that are written are very good. And then Attack on Titan. Read all that. Incredible. Still looking forward to that final season, seeing it animated, because I don't know how they're going to do that. I think the studio, I think it was literally reported that the studio animating it said, we almost gave up because we don't actually know how to animate this. This is insane. What the mangaka has given us is too much to animate. But yeah, I think it's going to be incredible. If you haven't read the manga for Attack on Titan and you're waiting on the final season, like, buckle up. Like, it's fucking sick. It is probably going to be the biggest fight you have ever seen in anime history. Ever. That's not downplaying it either, now that I think more about it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's good. Oh, Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter. Oh, yeah. They call everything the final season, dude. It's crazy. They do the same shit with Clone Wars too, though, admittedly. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. I wish they wouldn't deceive people like that, though, because as a manga reader, pushes up glasses, I knew that the Attack on Titan, like the what was it? Whatever they called the final part wasn't going to be the final part, and I was like, there's no way they can animate like what's to come in like 12 episodes. It's not happening. So I just knew it wasn't the final part. But I heard other people going like, this is gonna end it, bro. This is gonna end it. And I was like, no, it's not. I'm sorry. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter is one that I forgot, actually. Are there any like waifus from Hunter x Hunter? I think it's mostly men, right? I mean, there's Neferpito, who is a trap, so I don't really want to rank it. I guess there's not really waifus from Hunter x Hunter, so to speak. There's Bisca. Bisca's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess I didn't really miss anything there. Well, if you want good fights, if you want really good fights, like if you want some of the best fights you've ever seen, watch Hunter x Hunter. That's all I'll say. Specifically the Chimera Ant arc, which is towards the end, but you should watch the rest to get an idea of what's happening. Basically, the way Hunter x Hunter runs is it's a kids show at first, but even the kids show parts are very smart, and like a lot of the scenarios are very well thought out, and a lot of the characters are good. And then towards the final arc, it suddenly turns into not a kids show when one of the cutesy characters gets shot in the face and her head explodes. And then it is very much not a kids show from then on, and there are high stakes. Like everybody could die. And many do. But it's a great show. I remember specifically there was one episode of Hunter x Hunter, one entire episode which only covered 15 seconds of real time. Like 15 seconds in the world was covered in 22 minutes because the narrator was specifically telling every character's thought process and every specific thing that they were doing in that 15 seconds and how it was affecting everyone else. And like the detail to which some of the fights get in Hunter x Hunter is mind-blowing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and since I can't rank One Piece, sorry, One Piece fans. I can't rank Naruto, sorry, Naruto fans. Let me look again, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, Haikyuu. Haikyuu is mostly male, but I would rank there's Yachi, right? Yeah. Yachi. And who's the other girl? It's like a K name. Kyoku. Yeah. I'll rate the Haikyuu gals, because Haikyuu is deserving of being mentioned here. Haikyuu is really good. Yachi, you're underneath everybody. Why are you like that? Yachi is probably breaking my rule of not rating minors. I don't actually remember how old she is. I'm fucking everything up! Okay. I need... Fuck. No! Okay. Your Forgore. Oh, wait. I pronounce it for. Oh, dude. Yeah, Spy Family. I haven't watched Spy Family, so I unfortunately cannot rank her. I know she has thick thighs though, so hell yeah. The thing about your Forger, is it Forger? Is that how you say it? I call her For Gore because my friends and I have a joke where every time somebody mentions your Forger, we all respond with "you for Gore" skull emoji because it's that meme, you know. And yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to explain that, but that's the meme. She can assassinate me with your thighs any day. I need to watch Spy Family. Like, I really want to watch it. I'm always a bit of a hipster, and I hold off on watching new anime because I'm like, maybe it's overrated. But I mean, fuck that, you know. Just watch what you like. So I'll watch Spy Family soon. I've heard good things, of course, and I've seen a lot of good cosplays for it too. I was at last anime convention I was at, only anime convention I've ever been to, by the way. They had a lot of Spy Family cosplay, and it was freaking sick. They had like an entire group of people. I think they were a real family. Like, I think their kids were the kids and the parents were the parents. Like, it was so cool looking. Yeah, so Haikyuu. Haikyuu is a volleyball anime, but it's about much more than volleyball. It's about the life lessons and such that you can take away from volleyball and that you can take away from sports in general. And yeah, I would say that Kyoko is going to be a solid B+, because she does a lot behind the scenes as manager of the volleyball team, and she's also very gorgeous, and everybody likes her, and she's a good mentor to Yachi. I'm going to put Yachi actually at a bit of a B+ alongside her. They're both going to be right alongside each other because they both do a good job with what they do. And they're both very needed characters to add to such a male-dominated anime, because it's obviously like the focus is on the volleyball championships, right? So it's mostly the guys playing, but having these female managers in there adds a bit of a perspective to the show. That like, for instance, Yachi sees two of the main characters fighting, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? That's not okay. Like, relax." And they're like, "Well, we're boys. We fight." Like, it's a good dynamic to like show like a little bit of the differences between female and male a little bit, and to add a little bit of nuance to an otherwise, like, you know, show about volleyball. So, and yeah, they're cool. I don't have too much to say about them, but I think that Yachi also coming in the second season to indicate to the audience how far the team has grown is really cool. Like, because we've seen them grow, so we're like, oh, okay, yeah, they deserve to be this powerful by season 2. But then Yachi comes in season 2 and sees them with like fresh eyes, so to speak, and she, like, her reactions indicate to the audience that, like, oh yeah, these guys are actually really good now, and it's pretty cool. And then Kyoko is just like she has that little arc where she does that race through the city to get shoes or something, and I freaking love it, dude. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, and I can't rate anything from Spy Fam. Oh, I could rate did Love is War already. I could rate Kaguya, but to be honest, I don't know where to rate Kaguya. I don't actually know. That's kind of a stumper to me, because she's certainly cool, but I feel like I haven't seen enough of the show to really form a a decent opinion that will be respected by everybody. I feel like you'll all just be like, what the fuck? But I'll rate her. I'll do it anyway. She deserves to be in here. She's a super intelligent girl, and she's definitely needed for the show, because she definitely is. I mean, she's the other half of the show. She's the namesake of the show, technically. And she has really good banter with the president. She's nothing compared to Chica, okay? I'll say it. Right now, I think she's nothing compared to Chica, but I guess we'll see. Right? And speaking of C, she's going to be a C+. Because she's just okay. She's all right. My opinion will hopefully change with later seasons, though. Hayasaka. Oh, shit, yeah. The maid. Here's the thing about Hayasaka, is that she's really cool, and she's supporting Kaguya and everything she does, and she's I feel like there's more to her than I've seen yet. I definitely feel like there's more to her than I've seen yet in season 1. So I feel like I should be rating her really high. But again, I'm probably going to disappoint people and rate her a bit low because I've only seen season 1. But she did a great job. I would rank her above Kaguya for sure. So I would put Hayasaka at a solid B. Because I think she does a lot of good stuff to try to make Kaguya happy. And Kaguya may not see it, but Hayasaka is definitely trying. And I respect her for that. I respect the grind. Can I drag her over here? Yes, I can. Yes, yes! Stay there. Yes, yes. Okay. And then we have... Oh, shit. Samurai Champloo. What's her name? What's the main character? Samurai Champloo is a really good show. I would say it's my favorite show from that creator, because he created Cowboy Bebop as well. Mugen? No, that's the man. What's the girl's name? Fu. Yes. Fu is cool. I thought Samurai Champloo was a much more enjoyable show than Cowboy Bebop. I actually didn't really... I'm gonna get destroyed for this. Why am I making these hot takes on stream live in front of... Well, not millions of people, but some people. Why am I doing this? The fact that that I'm not gonna rate Faye Valentine because I would probably rate Faye Valentine at like a D, and I think that would just piss people off to even see me do that. So I'm not gonna do that. Because Cowboy Bebop was an enjoyable show to watch, but after it was all said and done, I was like, okay, I don't really get the point of it. It was kind of just a cynical show, kind of a show to be like, well, shit happens, and there's really not much you can do. But the thing is, Samurai Champloo is the same thing, where it's kind of a cynical show. There's not much you can do. But it fooled me so much. I actually love Cowboy Bebop for the fact that I watched Cowboy Bebop before Samurai Champloo, so I already knew the writer's style of making anime. So I knew that he was going to be cynical about it, and he fooled me with Samurai Champloo. He definitely fooled me because I thought that it was going to end badly, and it didn't. Like, it caught me by complete surprise, and that's probably a spoiler to say to anyone that hasn't watched it, because then you're going to be like, oh, well, it ends well, great. But I mean, I don't know. It's Samurai. Like I fully expected every character to die because of what happens elsewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna rate Fu at a little bit of a B. Actually, no, I'm gonna rate her at a C. She's not. C plus. She's a cool lead. I don't think she's obviously as cool as the two guys, but Yuzuria. Oh shit. I do not have her on the list. What the hell? What? I missed her. Yeah, from Dr. Stone. Okay. Yeah, she definitely deserves to be here. What the hell? I forgot about her. I shouldn't have. Yuzuria is awesome. Where is Kohaku? Where did I put Kohaku as a refresher? She's so buried under everything. I think she's C, right? Pretty sure. Well, if that is the case, I mean, Yuzuria... A? No way. No way I rated her A. Check that in a second after I get Yuzuria down to size. She's so tall. Why did I get a full image? No. No, she's not A. No. She's here somewhere, though. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Kohaku is C for me. Because she, Wait, why is she C? No, she's C+. She should be C+. Dr. Stone is a great... Oh, that's what I said about it. Okay, she should be C. I remember what I said about it now. So Dr. Stone is a really good anime. Must watch, I would say. Very good show. Well, I may be overselling it. Not must watch, but should watch. But it's not really like a waifu anime, so to speak. I feel like... Because this anime... It's a lot more than a waifu anime. It's not trying to be a waifu anime like so many try to be. So... It's hard to like rank people from it because it's generally like, you know, it's generally not about that at all. It's about the journeys they take, not about the characters really. But that being said, the manga author did draw hentai before he drew this. So you definitely see some of that inspiration there. But yeah, I would rate Kohaku at C because she doesn't really... I mean, she's really cool, but I feel like I will immediately forget her once like in a year or so, I'll forget she even existed. Yuzuria, on the other hand, I already forgot apparently, but I didn't mean to. I would put her at B because Yuzuria is like, or actually B+ even, because Yuzuria is like ideal, dude. She's goals to be as a person. She's so nice, and she's like... She's willing to be, I don't know, I don't want to spoil too much of Dr. Stone, but basically she stays behind as like a double agent in the enemy camp, and she's like, she does a lot. She does so much behind the scenes, and she saves so many lives. It's great. Yuzuria, and also like, what's great about Dr. Stone is right off the bat, they subvert your expectations, because Yuzuria is like the girl that's shown, but then it's not the main character's love interest at all. It's the side characters, or the second protagonist's love interest. And they're both immediately not in the show for a long time. Like, Dr. Stone is so interesting the way it does storytelling. It's so weird. Because literally it introduces these two characters, and then they're gone until, like, the very end. Yeah, Senku doesn't have one. He doesn't need one. He's fucking Senku. If anything, they baited you thinking that Kohaku was going to be his love interest after, because you were like, oh, well, it subverted my expectations. I forgot. I thought it was going to be Yuzuria, but it's actually going to be this girl. And then it isn't as well, because Senku does not need a love interest. Yeah, the show teaches him more about science in school. 100%, dude. I feel like... and it's actually accurate what they say most of the time. The only inaccurate part is that for some reason there's only what is the chemical that they use for making gunpowder in the cave? What is it called? I forget what it's called. Surely somebody in chat knows, but chemical gunpowder. It's like sulfur, right? Is it sulfur? I think it's sulfur or some kind of sulfate. But anyway, it's nitric acid. Fuck's sake. This man counted 2,000 years in seconds. That part is crazy. That part I would also call unrealistic, of course. But I mean, it's fucking cool, so I'll give it a pass there. The other part that's unrealistic is that the nitric acid, right, only grows in this one cave. Or it only is in this one single cave. No, dude. I think what they're trying to go for is that that cave had the right conditions with the bats and whatnot to make it, and it would take them forever to find other caves with that nitric acid in it. So I get that it would take time. They don't have like digging tools or anything, or like advanced mining tools, so they can't really just go about getting other stuff. So it's gonna take a while. But like, but yet they find like these other minerals and stuff. Like they still go into caves to find other stuff that you would take forever to find. Like how on earth did they find that hardest metal? What was it called? I don't know. The whole miracle fluid cave thing. Bit weird for that show, agreed. I wish they had almost at least mentioned the whole looking for other similar caves as a route Senku would want to try. Agreed. Tungsten. Yeah. You guys know this. You guys remember the names of stuff. I remember the show, but I don't remember the names. Yeah, tungsten. The fact that they found tungsten so quickly is like, what? But I mean, obviously it would be boring and monotonous for them for us to watch them do it. And also, there's a limit to what you can do in a science show without them finding said minerals. So there has to be some kind of suspension of disbelief there where it's like, yeah, well, they found the mineral. It would be impossible to find, but sure, whatever. But then yet they have the miracle cave thing where they can't find nitric acid anywhere. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's true. That's true. They accidentally found it. But there was a lot of other minerals that they found that were just as unbelievable, in my opinion. But it could just be said that they got extremely lucky, or that they were in a place where there just happened to be a lot of rich resources and whatnot, and go with it. But then the fact that there's no nitric acid is kind of contradictory, but it's all right. The other good thing about Dr. Stone, by the way, is that I think I watched it dubbed. I'm pretty sure I watched it dubbed, and true, they are superhumans. Yeah, that's kind of the premise, is that they're introduced a Tsukasa guy and he immediately battles a lion. It's like, what? What the fuck? But I mean, it's cool. It's cool. And the animation is crazy for all that. Yeah, the other guy with the spear too, but what is his name? I forget. But yeah, good villain too. Yeah, Dr. Stone dub, I think, is what I watched, and the dub is voiced by the same guy that voiced Subaru in ReZero. So I thought that was pretty sick, because in a way, Senku and Subaru are similar characters in the sense that they both, well, not Subaru from season 1. Subaru from season 1 is a different character, but in season 2, I was reminded of the fact when I saw Senku, that little part where Senku looked back at the disc that had the recording on it from his dad, and you kind of saw him be a little bit sad and have a bit of emotion, but then immediately doesn't show it to anybody else. Yeah, Senku does sound like the villain, which is also what Subaru does. He kind of has that vibe where he's like, I'm gonna be the villain now. I mean, obviously in ReZero it's a bit more serious than that and nuanced, but just that bit of emotion that Senku displayed while not showing it to anybody else is very similar to what Subaru does as well. And I thought it was interesting that they were the same voice actor for kind of a similar character in a way, because it's very clear that Senku cares about everybody, but he doesn't want to show it straight out. Obviously, Subaru changes too much for me to compare him exactly, but there's aspects that I thought were similar. And nowadays, any dub that I watch that has Subaru's voice actor in it, I'm just like, this is pretty fucking good, because he plays such a good role. Yeah, did SAO. Oh shit, I forgot a good SAO character, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Most of you probably won't know who this is, unfortunately. Well, you might. Did any of you watch the SAO Progressive movie? Actually, even that wouldn't tell you. Fuck it, never mind. This character appeared in the first season of SAO, but only for a cameo. Her name is Argo, and she has cat whiskers drawn on her face. She is also a beta tester, and she is downright the coolest character in the entirety of SAO. She is in the Progressive storyline, Progressive books, and the movie knows that everybody loves her because the first Progressive movie literally baits you by thinking she's going to be in it, and then at the very end, she comes out of the cave and she goes, those characters look interesting. And then the movie roll credits ends. It's like, bro, you baited me so hard. I wanted to see Argo. But already the voice actress they chose for her was great, so I'm hyped to see her in the second movie. So they did their job by hyping me up. I'm going to put Argo in a solid A tier, baby. I think Argo is awesome. For the record, Argo can beat Kirito. Let that sink in. Kirito is a master at everything. He is a literal Gary Stu that cannot be beaten by anybody. But there is a moment in the progressive novels where Kirito is standing with his back to an alleyway, and he suddenly feels a presence behind him. And then he turns around and it's Argo, because Argo has this insane stealth ability. She's also a rat. Like, that's her animal, is she's a rat. Like, that's her persona or whatever. So she's like this little sneaky stealth character, and she has a higher stealth than Kirito. And so Kirito did not know she was there. Obviously, Argo is a nice character and was not intending to kill him, but Kirito thought in his head at that moment, if she had been intending to kill me, I would be dead. Because I would not have known. I would not have seen it coming. So Argo could beat Kirito. There's another part in the progressive novels where Asuna, Kirito, and Argo all have to split up to take on 3 bosses at the same time to get pieces of a map. And so Asuna has her big fight with the boss. Kirito has his big fight with the boss. They both get their pieces of the map, and they come back to the meeting place. Argo's already there with the map piece, and they're like, wait, what? How did you get that? And she's like, I just snuck past. I don't really need to fight to get the map. I just took it. She's so cool. And there's like a scene where Argo and Asuna fight as like a play fight, like to try to see who's stronger. And I think it's a tie, because I think Asuna slips or something and falls, and Argo's like, well. The books love Argo, and I love Argo. I think Argo is one of the best made characters in SAO. Also, because she kind of views Kirito as a little brother. She's older than him. She calls him Key Boy, and so she kind of views him as a younger brother rather than a love interest like every damn other female in that show, even his own sister. So I'm glad that Argo is coming to the movies, and I hope that people love her as much as I do, because she's great. Also, she's the one, for the record, who wrote all the guidebooks for the beta testers. So she's the one who's guiding all the players through the game. Remember in the first few episodes, there was like a handbook or whatever that the beta testers had wrote. She wrote that. She gathered the intel for that. She's an information broker. She's freaking great. There's also a reason for the cat whiskers. It's a side quest, apparently, that you have to do to get something, and the inevitable result of the side quest side effect is that you get cat whiskers drawn on you. So, yeah, that's why. Kirito manages to do it without getting his cat whiskers, because he like beats it better or something. Okay, so that's that. It's been 3 hours. I think I've done what I can do here. If any last call for waifus, last call. Anyone have any waifus? List them. I'll try to rate them. Next time I do a tier list like this with this amount of things, I'm gonna make the images smaller so that you can actually see them all. Because this is chaotic to look at. Like, what even is this? Yeah, I mean, honestly, even though I just talked about basically nothing for 3 hours, I still had a lot of fun doing this, just like last time when I did the Star Wars tier list. Tier lists are fun, man. I don't know what it is. So I'll definitely do more. I have one where I want to rate, I have a bunch of smaller ones. So I'll probably do multiple in one stream coming up. I also want to rank all the cats in anime. And I also want to do a tier list of warrior cats, which I'll have to, before I do that one, I'll have to call some people into chat that know it better than I do, because it's been a long time since I read those books. Yeah. Also, I'm playing through the Mass Effect series right now. That's what I normally do, or default to, when I don't have any plans for stream. Oh shit, Maki, you're right. Jujutsu. Okay, the reason I didn't have Maki is actually cool. Maki's Zenin, and her sister with the gun. Maki Zenin. The thing about Jujutsu Kaisen is I didn't like it very much, which I'm sad about. I actually kind of wanted to like it. I did like it at first. What's her sister's name? The sister with the gun? Because I actually like the sister with the gun. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen was to me the very those very first 3 episodes are badass. Badass. And the animation throughout the show is absolutely stunning. And a lot of Satoru Gojo's parts, obviously, are amazing. Yeah, it was wasn't it? And they really did well with a lot of the unique character abilities. And dude, the main girl, I should rate her too, with the hammer and nails. Ooh, what is? Oh, I forget. Girl with hammer and nail jujutsu. That did not come up with anything, bro. Nobara. Let's grab an image of her. I think her hammer and nail ability is one of the most unique abilities I've ever seen. I've never seen that in anything else. And that with the voodoo dolls too. Like that's cool. I guess the more I talk about the show, the more I realize I fucking love the fights. I love them. But I was stuck thinking in the middle of it. I was like, this is just a shonen. There's not too much depth here. There's not too much going on. A lot of the characters are shallow. There's some good morals at the very beginning of the show where the principal tests Itadori with the voodoo doll things, and he says like, you should want to do this because you want to, not because your grandpa said to. And I think that's really cool. I think that's a really good lesson. I think there's other good lessons in Jujutsu Kaisen for sure. But I think that overall the show is kind of generic, sad to say. It's probably better than other shonen, but I haven't seen a whole lot of other shonen. So to me, it's kind of low on the list, really. But Kasumi Miwa is on there because I really like Kasumi Miwa. She's B tier. Why is she B plus tier easily? Kasumi is, everybody calls her useless girl, but I love her because she's normal. I love her because she's this normal girl trying in this insane world of overpowered monsters to try to do something, and I love that. Nobara, I'm gonna rate C tier, dude. C tier, dude. C plus only because her hammer and nails are freaking sick, but as a character, I don't like her. I'm sorry. I think a lot of people probably agree with me on that, though. Okay, Maki Zenin is badass. She's like the role model for a lot of the people at the school. She's gonna be a little bit above. No, Kasumi is still above her to me. So, well, they're equivalent. I'm gonna put her at B plus. Maki Zenin is really cool, but again, a lot of the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen just don't have what it takes for me. But she is equivalent, actually. Where is Kyoko? Okay, she's on the same level. Yes, Kyoku from Haikyuu and Maki Zenin are very similar to me in the vibe that I get from them, because they're both like these stronger female leads that are kind of serving as mentors or role models, and that's super neat. I actually think my Zenin is right up next to her, and everybody will probably not like me for that, but I love Mai because I love guns. I love guns, okay? The fact that she uses a gun, and obviously she's bad. She's a bad person, but I think doesn't she get redeemed or something? I don't remember. But like, and that says something about the show, or me, I don't know, maybe both. But like the guns were, her abilities are cool. Her abilities are cool. I freaking love guns. That's why Shinonen is so high too, because guns. That is in fact a very bold choice. Battle plan is pretty cool though. But Mai's battle plan is pretty cool. Yeah. She's actually smart. She's thinking ahead too, just like Maki. They're both neck and neck to me, even though people love Maki so much more than Mai, and I get it. Maki's technically cooler, and she's also like a better person, obviously. But Mai is, damn, she's cool. She's cool to me. I want to see her more. I probably will. As weird as it is, I probably will watch the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. I haven't seen it. I know it's like a prequel or whatever, so I'll probably watch that. I might watch more of the show. I've watched it all. I watched all season 1, but I might watch season 2 when it comes out. I don't know. It sucked because I think the reason. Wait, I actually list every anime I watch in order here. So what did I watch while I watched Jujutsu Kaisen? Yeah, I haven't put next to it, bro. I watched it right after I watched Death Parade and Dr. Stone. And Hunter x Hunter, yeah. So that's why. It's because of what I watched it around. Gantz. I'm not going to rate any female from Gantz, dude. It's so bad. That Gantz makes me physically ill to even think about. It doesn't even roll on stream. No, I'm not going to roll on stream. Here's the rolls. Oh, shit. There's actually slash commands and quick Twitch. Whoops. Here's the rolls. There you go. Okay. The thing about where I watched Jujutsu Kaisen is I just watched Hunter x Hunter, one of the best shonen ever made, and Dr. Stone, one of the most unique animes I've ever seen, and then Death Parade, which is this it's alright, it's meh, but it's nice anime that I watched with my dad. Any anime I watch with my dad, I'm obviously gonna like a little bit more just because of company. But Death Parade is kind of a philosophical anime about death, so and about how human psychology works in various situations. So all those were on my mind, and then I went into Jujutsu Kaisen expecting some really good shit because everybody was hyping it up super hard. No. So it may have been the hype that killed it for me, admittedly. I'm not going to rate anything from Studio Ghibli because that's kind of weird. Oh, Zombieland Saga deserves a mention. I'm not going to rank any of the girls, but Zombieland Saga is pretty funny. Oh, Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions, the main girl. I don't remember a lot about that show, but I did watch the entire thing, including the movie. Really pretty good. Pretty good if you want a nice, light romance comedy show. And a show about growing up as well. Very nice. Very nicely done show. I would rate her probably B. From what I recall. Maybe A. A little bit. Probably B+. She's cool. Okay. I gotta get it. That's it. I'm cutting off the waifus. I've rated everybody I wanted to rate. And, yeah. I definitely tended to focus a lot on Fate, Konosuba, ReZero, SAO. I mean, those are the big ones to me. But I tried to diversify as much as I could and rate other stuff. Attack on Titan too. But yeah, it's very clear where my interests lie. And also any girl that's short, I'll probably rate higher just based off of that because I'm biased. But yeah. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm probably gonna go play more Mudai Bot now, where I roll for waifus, because that's what I do with my life now. And next stream will be Tuesday, next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. EST. As is always the case, I stream later on Tuesdays, earlier on Thursdays. Thursdays will always be at 6 p.m. EST, though today I started late because I had to import all of these images into Photoshop, which took a long time. Yeah, I will see you at 9:30 p.m. EST. Whoever joins me on Tuesday, that'll be cool. I think we'll be playing more Mass Effect. We're getting into like main missions again, so we won't have to watch me grind through side missions that are all the same. But we're getting to the good stuff. And we'll be getting to the DLC soon, which I'm super hyped for because I've actually never played the Mass Effect DLC before, so that'll be super cool for me. And then Thursday, I will probably do something different. I will probably do either another tier list or something different entirely. I kind of have a few things I want to do. I'll figure it out as I get closer, but either way, you can expect the unexpected from me. I will just be doing I'm a variety streamer. I don't know if you know. So yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. Fuck my... That actually physically made my heart pound. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Who? Oh, Sarko. Oh my god. I turned that down. I turned that notification sound down and it turned it up. Huh? Let me turn that down again. What the fuck? Why does it keep getting so much louder the more I turn it down? I'm gonna take that down to a little... Was that as loud for you as it was for me? Did it play for you? I don't even know. I'm gonna put it at 30. I mean, it's more the timing of when you did it. I was like in mid outro and I was like, I thought I had the music, the calm music. I was like, yeah, I'm vibing, we're out. But then, fuck, okay. I took it down to 30 now. I want it to be loud. I want it to startle me in some moments because I think that's funny if somebody subscribes during like or follows during like a tense moment. I think it's funny for it to startle me, but not like that, dude. That actually hurt. My god. Thanks for the follow, I guess. I will yeah, okay. I'm gonna head out. Actually, we're gonna raid somebody. Let's raid somebody. I'm gonna switch to the ending screen. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. And yeah, stick around for a little bit just so I can hopefully make somebody else's day a little bit. Let's switch it to the ending. Thanks for joining again. I don't oh shit, and the art on the end screen was drawn by one of my friend's moms. And the art is freaking great. It's my cat. You'll see. Okay, so I have two people that I have the potential to raid right now, two different streamers that I like. But the problem is they're both playing games that I don't like. I'm gonna choose one at random and we're gonna send you there. I think I'm gonna send you to Macer. Macer is a very cool guy. I found that I found through streaming Mass Effect actually, but he's a really chill guy. He's an older dude. He's relaxed. I think you'll like him. He's playing Life is Strange right now, which is an absolutely garbage game.